Happy Friday, y'all. I'm hoping y'all, hey, listen, just like the background, it is a beautiful day in sunny South Florida. Easter's this weekend. That's why I'm getting drunk with the Easter bunny. Uh, and I hope y'all doing good, man. Of course, we got the color, we got crypto. And yeah, man, we about to get this open panel kicking soon. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Sit back, relax, and yeah, man, let's get this thing started, baby.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Finn's Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Finn's Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
And of course, we have W Energy Drink. I will be opening this up tomorrow at noon Eastern time. We will be previewing WrestleMania tomorrow at noon. But right now, we are previewing Raheem Mostert's extension today. What do you guys think of that?
It's like putting a lemon peel in a press to get a little more lemonade. I don't know.
Oh man. Let me give a few shout outs. John Featherland, what's going on, man? Marino's GOAT first in the building. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Scott Jackson, what's up? Duke Tomlinson, would you say the greatest in men's sportswear?
Yes,
Thins in the
the
house.
greatest in menswear
Yes.
in general, just menswear.
Back it up. Binge podcast.
Leather bags, top hats,
Yeah.
belts, suede shoes,
Thomas
uh,
Ginsing, what's up?
sweaters.
Jamie
You know,
Raycart, what's going on,
Thomas could finally pride himself away from Twitter, huh?
man? Thomas Jensen.
Yeah, you can get you
Barry
some
Sports
suede
highlights. How's
shoes.
it going?
Get you some suede shoes. Shake money from Duke Tomlinson.
Oh man.
It's a good brand.
So does that tell you? So that means we sign to an extension. We're not going to be addressing the running back position.
Most likely not.
No.
We're not going to bring.
That will be a throwaway pick. That will be a throwaway pick. But we used to throwaway picks.
Dalvin Cook home.
Nah, nobody's coming home. I don't think anybody's coming home, Shake.
No.
This is A-Chain country.
We done repainted the bedrooms, got rid of all the old teddy bears.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody coming home.
I think Mostert and A-Chain is safe now. I think they finally can rest. You know, they can have a good night's sleep in the next 4 weeks. They're not worrying about their replacements coming in the building.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna have a good 4 weeks. Unlike Salman Ahmed, right? He was draft night party you guys had.
Salman Ahmed, like I said, he's not in the Miami. Look, he's not in the. He didn't stay in the Miami Dolphins to be a part of the running back room. We all know why he stayed with the Miami Dolphins.
So he can get back at Batman.
Yeah, he's like, listen, I'm not leaving Miami. I got just like what when Devontae Parker is coming back, he has some unfinished business here in Miami. Just like Devontae Parker.
Got it. Oh man. Well, Shake. I didn't know that the streets of sanitation was on strike. I didn't know that they need help.
Listen, Devontae Parker's got Devontae Parker's got some unfinished business here in Miami, and he's gonna come and finish what he started.
Crypto, are you trying to say he's gonna come work for the old employer, Wayne Huizenga?
Wayne Huizenga, yeah, right.
A job in W.
Right, waste management. Yeah, he's going. Wayne Huizenga got him a gig.
It can't be Blockbuster, Jock, because they're out of business.
Listen,
they got one open. They got one left open in the country. I think it's in Alaska. They got one remaining storefront.
Yeah, they do.
The Blockbuster. They got one. It's a sleep-in.
I bet you it's owned by some mom and pop dude and just carries the name.
It's a sleep-in. Yeah, it's a sleep-in where you actually can watch your old videos. You can rent videos and watch it like a sleep-in. It's like a hotel. You know, you can rent the movie for the night.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
How the mighty fall.
I googled I googled Blockbuster, right? And it says closed permanently.
Man.
Yeah, listen.
Who would have thought, man? Netflix done did them in, right? I love it.
I will not have you sully the name of our of a 1,000-yard receiver.
You know what's crazy about companies like Blockbuster? I was working in was working as a field engineer, networking field engineer at the time they went out of business and they were closing all their stores. And we actually had to go around to all the Blockbusters because they were a client of the company I was working for, and we maintained a lot of their VPN routers and virtual switches and stuff like that. And they literally, when they were closing the stores and had to get all the final polling off of all the stores, whoever that company was that was like closing all the stores literally had to put in their own VPN networking equipment to do all that data collection. We were basically going around Blockbusters, upgrading all of their networking equipment store by store as if they were opening a new store while they were closed, just so that they could make contact with the store for its last polling numbers.
Like the final.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, they had to like transfer all the
So
what do you
we're
call
in there
those,
installing new equipment, and like there's movers
warranties
taking
and
the whole
stuff.
store apart and pulling everything out of there.
Hell,
Damn right she puts it up.
Circuit City honored my warranty 2 years after they had closed business. And Circuit
Like
City
they
was so
literally
good.
spend money to close a store. You know what I mean? It's like, how the
Yeah.
wow.
But it's probably a lot cheaper to open it, to keep them
Well,
open,
I
to
mean, you're
maintain
talking
them.
the equipment we were installing, probably like $10,000-$20,000 when it's all said and done. You know what I mean? It's like just to close.
Yeah.
It's like, geez,
Closed business. Yeah.
you couldn't just send somebody over with a USB stick or something like. God.
Or that's what they probably do now. Or they just upload everything to the cloud, click a button, and everything's
Well,
sent
that's
to the
what they were
cloud, and then
doing.
they
Well,
just
that's
close the
what they have.
doors.
They all have their own private infrastructure clouds. You know, that's what all that equipment sets up, basically. So this company that was closing the store had to set up their own private network. You know what I mean? To do all their thing.
Shout out to the legend EM in the building. Word of mouth.
Who?
What's going on? Riddick.
Who's that? Who?
Riddick is coming.
Legend. Who's that? The troublemaker. That guy.
Powerhouse TJ. What's going on?
Powerhouse TJ. Oh, sounds like a DJ.
But yeah, man, it was a beautiful day today, man. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, you did an End of Blender on special edition on Friday.
Yeah. Yep. And then I came.
Mike was cooking. Mike was cooking, man. I was like, man, he's really in them. He's really nailing it up there.
And for those that are not in
Mike
South
was
Florida,
really cooking.
When we started the show and I looked out the window, the sky looked exactly like the background for the show tonight. Exact same colors, same ratio of pink to blue, and even the same dividing line. Like it literally is a spitting image of the sky I'm looking at right now.
And by the way,
Shake, you went outside and took a picture of the
Damn right. No, by the way, next week I got Andravius on Tuesday and Mr. Negative on Thursday.
Man, that's a lineup. That's a good.
You got Andravius coming in the blender?
Yep.
How the hell did you manage that, dude?
Lineup.
That dude don't go
he
nowhere.
did it in the spaces.
Wow.
He got it. He was able to
Andravius.
catch him on us.
Got to get out and spread your wings a little bit, you know? You're a smart dude.
Get him in the blender. Yeah. Back to back with Mr. Negative. Well, that's gonna be a good week.
I'm actually
that's a good lineup. That's like the
I'm rather looking forward to that Andravius episode.
Yeah, this Tuesday.
Cool.
Knock on wood. If everything goes,
get in the mind of Andravius Shaw, man. That's gonna be a good episode.
Oh yeah, man. And by the way, Color, I got you're gonna be coming up pretty soon because I owe you a do-over.
Oh, right on.
So,
well, it'll be a pretty short show if you're trying to get into my mind.
Nah, man, you're a very deep thinker, man. Hey, by the way, have you heard of a guy named Dorn? Something Dorn? He does political.
Yeah, Robert Dorn. Wasn't Dorn David Dorn? Isn't that the guy that got murdered in his home?
No. He does he does it now. He's like he's independent. He's not really left. He's like more in the middle.
Oh, he's a pundit.
Yeah, he does a lot of.
Oh, he
But
does his
Dorn?
he does his
His last name is
okay.
Dorn.
He
Dorn,
does
yeah.
pop. Oh, he does podcasts.
Yeah.
How do you spell that? The Dorn?
Let me. I'm looking him up now.
Because I thought David Dorn was that guy that got
David.
killed by the mob.
You said Dorn, or you're not talking about Jimmy Dore, are you?
Oh,
No.
Jimmy Dore?
No, I'm looking him up now.
The white Jewish guy?
Yeah, I think he's Jewish.
Yeah, that's Jimmy.
He has
Sounds like
glasses.
Jimmy Dore. That's what I was saying. Are you
Yeah.
talking about Jimmy Dore? Yeah.
He's all right.
Was it?
He's funny.
I don't know
He's
if it's
just
a
like
Dorn.
He crushes both sides of the spectrum.
yeah, but he's a total freaking like
He tries to. I guess both sides are angry at him. I'm sure.
Well, he's a lot like he's still holding on in some respect, Shake. You know what I mean? But he
Yeah.
has come around and been a lot more fair than he used to be to people that disagree with him. So,
Yeah,
like a lot of people, a lot of new
I guess
audience, a lot of new viewers to him would probably think he's a
you
little
anger
more
both
sensitive,
sides.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess because if you anger
And
both
that don't mean
sides,
he's not.
that's
He,
what
you know, he's probably had a
you're gonna get
Bon
viewed
Joe.
as that.
probably had a coming to Jesus moment.
Yeah. But anyway, let's speaking of coming to Jesus mode, let's drop this link, man, so we can get these people in here.
AKA Red Pill.
But he's one of the few people that I actually enjoy watching.
Well, he is originally a comedian, I think. Like that's his actual.
He originally
craft.
started before Jenkins.
He's kind of like your Jon Stewart type, where you're
he came from
Bill
the
Maher
comedian
type.
side of the
He's
spectrum.
probably a little more like Bill Maher politically. You know what I mean? Jon Stewart is just a nutcase all around. He's a tool, but Bill Maher is like probably at about the same spot that probably occupies the same space that Jimmy Dore does. I'd say. Like they're smart and they're critical thinkers and they're logical, but then they still have that one quirk where it's like, why do you believe that, dude? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know. Everybody has that, I guess. Blind spot, I guess you'd call it, you know. Or everybody's blind spot is just at a different place.
Shout out to my man Q. What's going on, Q? How you doing? Yeah, damn, I got to remember when I drop the link, I got to press send. What's up?
Do it.
Shout out, man. Shout out, man, to my man Q. Yeah, it is Jimmy Dore. Yeah.
Yeah, he's all right. I mean, I don't watch him just because I disagree with certain things that he's never going to change on, and I'm never going to change on, and it aggravates me sometimes. So I just, you know, there's only so much time in a day. It's not that I choose not to watch him; it's that I can't fit him in. You know what I mean?
Well, I do the same thing. I only watch it depends on what topic.
Right. If I've got only so much time in a day, and if I've got to fit somebody in, it's usually not going to be somebody that aggravates me. But he's not like I don't consider him one of the evil ones. You know, he's just on the edge of that evilness.
I'm glad. My girlfriend,
he's too much like Joe Manchin to me.
I'm glad my girlfriend doesn't think that way because I would never have time for her.
See, I would have thought Joe Manchin was way further right than Jimmy Dore, bro.
No,
that's crazy. You think that? We all have our own freaking perceptions, dude. It's crazy. We're all different, man.
Yeah, we are.
The way we see shit, it's crazy. That part of that is the way the media spins everything. All of us around in circles. We don't know which way each other's coming from. But that being said, it's just interesting because I would look at Jimmy Dore as somebody like a funnier and more respectable Rachel Maddow. You know.
No, he's further right
Oh
than
man.
way to the right than
Well,
her.
okay. Let me say it like this:
Rachel's more
Jimmy
of a
Dore is genuine, whereas Rachel
female
Maddow is
Bernie
not.
Sanders.
By the way, shout out. Let's
Rachel is more like the
He
female
was
Bernie
part of the. You're
Sanders.
right. You're right. He was part of the Bernie Sanders crew. I think you're right. You're right.
By the way, we got a legend in the building. Business is about to pick up. Shout out to the legend. What's going on,
That's
Ian?
why
You throwing that word out there quite
that's why the
loosely
extreme
there.
ones don't like him, dude.
Shake. What's good, homie?
What's good, my
What's up,
brother? How
Ian?
you
You
doing?
use the
Hey,
Shake. You
crypto.
using
Don't
that
think
word.
crypto used a hoe for that. Don't think I didn't hear you say that. Make that comment about the troublemaker earlier, bro. Don't think I didn't catch that. Yeah.
What?
Hey, by the
I'm
way,
just
Use a
trying to
hoe for that,
inform the
crypto.
people. I'm just trying to inform the people, Ian. That's all I'm doing.
hey man, listen.
Is that what you're doing? Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm just informing the people.
Okay. Yeah.
I
By the
gotta
way,
keep them. I gotta keep them sharp. I gotta keep them on their toes.
Yeah.
hey, I got my man. Hey, EM. It's a matter of when, not if. He's gonna be in the blender, and I
I
got
promise,
this.
Shake. I'm coming. I might.
I got
Well,
you. No, but listen. I got this cigar right here, and I got this waiting for you, man. So
that's what's up.
Cuban
That's what's
cigar.
up.
Is it a Cuban cigar?
no, it's a Dulce. It's a little sweet tip, and I got some Hennessy,
Oh,
man.
it's not a Cuban.
Oh, that's that hand dog. That's what's up.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the Cuban one that you was at that day? I was down there.
We can't get any more. So
Oh yeah. No more. No more Cuban cigars. Okay.
oh man. So what's going? What you think of this? The extension of Raheem Mostert.
Raheem, hey man, I didn't have a problem with it at all. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of Raheem Mostert. Everything he embodies as a player, a person. Yeah, I'm with it. He obviously, he earned it.
What he got? 9 million.
He earned the right to, he earned a raise, in my opinion. I know his age. I know some people might have a little concern about his age, but to this point, I mean, yeah, he's up there in age, especially relative to the running back position. But again, it's not like they gave him 30 million. You know what I mean? And I think we can, you can kind of forecast, in the role that he's been placed in, and also I think if Achane becomes more of a, he becomes more of a, he improves, he gets to another level this year. You can kind of you can kind of move Raheem to that 1B slot, because I do think the offense, in my opinion, and no shade at Raheem, I do think Achane, the offense it appeared to be at another level when Achane was the guy, but in terms of Raheem, if you put him in that platoon role and you still are going to implement that running back by committee. I think, again, I still think he can be impactful. And again, that's more concern. It's not a concern from an age standpoint for me, because he's in that role. It's not like they're asking him to carry the ball 30 times a game. But as long as you keep him in that running back, you're keeping that running back by committee approach. Oh, I think Raheem can be just as impactful as he was last year. So I'm with it.
Do you think they'll add another name and another running back to the mix?
Free agency, no, but I think if a player, I think another running back possibly could be added, maybe later in the draft, or definitely an undrafted. If they see a player that's was projected to get drafted that slips, that doesn't get drafted and they become an undrafted free agent. I mean, we see it every year, so I think a player could be added at that point. But in terms of UDFA, in terms of free agency, no, definitely not, because you got. I mean, you still have Mostert, you got Achane, you got Brooks, you got Ahmed, and you have did I miss some? I'm missing somebody. Brooks, Ahmed, Mostert. Achane.
That's it.
Yeah, your top four guys. So I think again, you find a UDFA or if a player slips and he, there's a lot of value maybe in the 6th round.
Well, if Ahmed is in the role that Gaskin used to be, where he's the bottom line litmus, then we should be easily finding some guy laying around that's going to top him, dude.
What about Jeff Wilson? Everybody's bringing.
But then again,
Jeff Wilson. That's
Gasson's always
I
been
forgot about Wilson. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So you 5 deep there, but I do think you got 2 6th-round picks. So if the value is there, I can see them. If a player slides and athlete, they might that they deem might be too good to pass up. I can see them making that.
We run through running backs
at that point.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Speaking of which, can you see?
Go ahead, Shake.
No, can you see a world where A-Chain is running back 1 next year?
Oh, absolutely.
Next year, yes.
I'm actually
throw on that weight we're looking for. But,
I am actually anticipating A-Chain being the number 1 guy.
Yeah, I think he probably needs to throw on that weight that we're looking for him to throw on. But other than that, yeah, I agree.
I think in terms of give him the ball 20 times a game, maybe not. But I do think,
dude, are we really even supposed to be doing that? Yeah, I mean, I know people want us to, but that's not really what we're supposed to be doing.
Right. So, but I do think the roles in terms of their usage, his usage should be number 1 in terms of his usage, as opposed to
San Francisco. Even in a West Coast, you're always going to have that game where you got to just run it heavily more than a West Coast offense should. You know what I mean? But that's not really the norm.
Had that game
You're not really building your team to do that.
And I definitely want to see him more incorporated in the passing game as well, because he's dynamic in the open field.
I mean,
you know what I mean? So,
geez, man. Real quick, I got some breaking news. Shake doesn't have the breaking news Chiron, so
hold on. No,
you're gonna switch over. I didn't want to switch your brand without.
I got you. No problem, man. Hey,
it's your gig, so
hold on, real quick before we do. Being that everybody, we're down now, so we could do this now.
Finn's tailgate.
In order to make room for incoming linebacker, Skylar Thompson has returned to wearing the number 19.
Yep, he did. Pete broke the story earlier today.
The value of my Skylar Thompson autographed Miami Hurricanes hat has just went down because it's got the same number he wears again on it. It would have been an odd one. It would have been worth something. Not only is it a Miami Hurricanes hat when he attended Kansas State, but it also had the number 19 on it when he was wearing number 6. That would have been worth $1 million.
Well, it's kind of like if you get a Javon Holland autograph when you with the number 22 on it.
Right. I mean, so there you go.
And by the way, remember, 19 is better for him because you got the spirit of Johnny Unitas.
Johnny Unitas, huh?
I'm thinking of a Steely Dan song for some reason. I don't know why.
But yeah, nice. What do you guys think? Does the signing of that trade for the Jets did that kind of make you think that kind of bolstered up their defensive line a little bit?
I mean, it'll help. Hassan Reddick's a good player, but I'm not too much concerned about that. I mean, you go back to the Philly game last year, I felt like Austin Jackson more than, when he was matched up against him, as well as Teron Armstead, it pretty much held him relatively in check. So it'll be good overall for them, but matched up against us, no, I'm not too concerned about that, bro. They're going to have to come with something a lot more impactful than Hassan Reddick, bro, to keep me up at night this year.
Oh yeah,
but they got somebody else on the other side of that line with them.
In non-sports news, great longtime awesome actor Louis Gossett Jr. has passed away.
Yeah, I saw that, man. Been a big fan, bro. Like, man, been a lot of iconic movies that
Oh yeah, man. Grew up with him, dude.
100%.
Learned a lot of life lessons from that kind of guy, man.
100%. Yeah, man. It seems like a lot. We've been having a lot of celebrities here leaving the work. Kind of moving on, and here as of late. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? It's
all the veterans too, like they're in the 80s and 90s.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
mm.
Yeah, and the one thing
yeah,
that who's that Hassan Reddick
he's an
didn't
icon.
have last year, with Matt Patricia as defensive coordinator. Holy crap!
Yeah, Matt Trisha. Yeah, what a debacle, Matt Patricia. Mm.
It's crazy, man. Let me ask you all this in your humble opinion. Which division opponent do you think is going to give us the bigger? I would say Buffalo, right? You would say it's still Buffalo with the biggest challenge out of all three of them.
Yeah, I'd still say it's Buffalo.
Yeah,
Still
still
proven
Buffalo.
otherwise.
Yeah, it's still gonna be them.
Yeah, the Jets, man. They'll be better with Aaron Rodgers, obviously compared to
It's
Matt.
just a big unknown with them. Yeah.
Yeah, compared to Zach Wilson. But I mean, the Jets are sitting here. I'm from a distance. I'm looking at their fan base. Kind of, they got the chest out, and they're really overly excited about their team that they're going to have this year. And Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that's a 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers. Dudes, I know Color probably will remember, but to the panel, do y'all remember when Brett Favre he came to Minnesota? He had that great year, and then the following year he tore his Achilles, and he fell off a fucking cliff after that, right?
Yeah.
So again, I'm not wishing that on any physical harm on any player, but for them to be sitting here and act like this is a 25 or 30-year-old Aaron Rodgers, hey man, I think they need to kind of dial down those expectations because you don't know what version of that's a 40-year-old player.
Yeah.
And
Well, you could probably get them going back to Hall of Fame term, or you can go, mediocre version of him.
By the way,
it's an unknown.
Who is also starting to have a
He's
lot
only 3
more
years
off the
from
field,
an
aspirations,
MVP.
You know what I mean? So
he was 37 at the time.
You know what's funny is there's two things that I hate. I'm gonna hate Tom Brady for. He kind of made it where, because he was a fifth round pick. Now, fifth round, all of a sudden, magically, all fifth round picks are gonna be the best. Quarterbacks are gonna be diamonds in the rough, which is he's the exception, not the norm. And the second thing he did that makes people think that players in the 40s are going to still perform to a high level. Tom Brady is probably the only quarterback I know in his 40s that was still playing at a high level. That's another, again, that's the other exception. It's not the norm.
Well, 37 ain't that much from 40 though, Shake.
How old is he?
No,
40?
I'm saying 37 years old is not that different from 40.
No, Tom Brady was in his
early he was just 40. I'm talking about
high level.
No, I'm talking about in reference to Aaron Rodgers. He was 44 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 4,000 plus yards at the age of 37.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying though, how old is he now?
He's only 3 years older. One of them was an injured year.
Only, bro, those are like light, man. Every year counts. You get above 35, bro, you can go at any moment. And one thing about Tom Brady that separates him from Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady always took care of his body. He was always in peak form. You can't necessarily say that about Aaron Rodgers, bro.
Yo, Aaron Rodgers looks like he's
well, he had one bad year. I mean, he only had one bad year in 20 years.
Aaron Rodgers looks like he's Stephen Ross's age. Come on.
At 45, I was still tossing a football at the highest level I've ever was. At 47,
I mean, you can if you.
I can't even pick the
off-season regimen. You can do that.
Listen, I'm not saying
if your arm ain't going, then if your mind is still there, you fine as long as you got blocking in front of you.
Well, again, and I might be in a minority.
As long as his arm ain't going, he should be fine.
I might be in a minority, but I just got I'm really excited to see what this defense looks like. And I still think we're going to have one of the more competitive units on that side of the football at our disposal when we played them twice this year. So, I just don't think I look at what they have on offense. I look at Aaron Rodgers in his advanced age. There's nothing that concerns me. Absolutely nothing.
I'm not saying I'm concerned. I'm just not going to just overlook it and gloss over it like he's not 3 years removed from an MVP.
No, you shouldn't. You should never overlook an opponent. But what I'm saying is, no. At the same time, he's not keeping me up at night either, bro. So I'm just saying, in terms of like, as
Well,
of right
Brady
now,
never
on
kept me up
paper.
at night neither.
Well,
But he
he
always
did me.
done damage.
Well, he did me, right? Brady, you know, I'm not ashamed to admit it. Brady put the fear of God in me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And as well, he did the rest of the league, especially when he went to Tampa Bay. You know, when he was in New England, Brady. And again, I just think, you know, yeah, Rodgers is a Hall of Fame guy, and I've been a fan of his from afar, but I just think, you know, at 40 years old, going on 41, again, how their team is presently constructed, there's nothing they have, bro. That I'm too overly concerned about.
And you know what's funny is, Tom Brady's worst year in New England was a 3 seed in his late career with no weapons. He was
yeah, Shake. That helps if every team in your division is crap is winning 6 games a season.
Mm-hmm.
You spotted 6 games right off the bat before you even come out the locker room in week 1.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, at his last year in Green Bay, how many teams? Chicago wasn't doing good. Minnesota was barely winning. So,
Detroit and Minnesota was.
I mean, they were barely winning.
They were competitive. The Bears went to the Super Bowl in the Aaron Rodgers era.
When was that?
With Rex Grossman in 86, 87.
Oh my God!
They went in this era.
Really, Crypto?
I'm just saying that the division wasn't crap for end zone, and they were still competitive.
That division was trash. It's been garbage.
Only Detroit has been bad.
When he was in Green Bay,
Detroit's the only team.
Again, when he was in Green, that division was for the most part trash. Again,
no, Minnesota was competitive with Culpepper and Randy Moss. And freaking the Bears had some years of competitiveness.
That was during the Brett Favre era. Crypto.
No, that was early Rodgers years. The Bears went to the Super Bowl, played the Colts when Rodgers was still playing football.
Bro, that was
they only won 9. And matter of fact, the year that he went to the Super Bowl, that team only won 9 games.
Wasn't that 2005 Crypto? If I'm not mistaken. What year was that?
That was like 2007, 2008. Like right after the Patriots,
2 years. 2 years. Man, stop.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is, they had team. They had
absolutely nothing.
Detroit was the only outlier.
I appreciate the donation, but I'm not reading that.
And they were still dangerous because Matthew Stafford was playing well in the 2010s.
Bro, that's fucking ridiculous. Look at this dude.
They were better than our division. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, bro, he needs to be blocked for that shit. Really, I know Cap don't like to. Look at that shit. Wow. Okay.
What block? Who's been blocked? What I missed?
Look at that damn chat, bro.
Yeah, look at it this way, bro. You know, if people wanted to pay to show their idiocracy, then you know, at least now we are informed as to what type of person that is. We would have never known. We would have never known if he'd have kept silent.
Wow, to pay to highlight the comment to get that off, bro. Wow,
I missed it. I missed it.
Yeah, it's not even worth talking about. Anyway, what's going on, Lewis?
Only part I caught is with Black Americans at the very top. I didn't read the rest.
You were saying that they're not fit to be GMs and head coaches.
I'm kind of torn on that because I understand there's things that are that hateful that shouldn't be said, but at the same time, how are we ever going to know that's on somebody's mind? How are we ever going to know about that person? You know, if people aren't allowed to tell you what's on their mind, you know what I mean?
Yeah, in other words, smoke them out.
Oh,
don't let them hide.
Whoever that is, they're allowed to say it, but
that's why I'm a purist. That's why I'm at First Amendment.
Right? Yeah. It's okay for them to show it so we can know who he is.
All I know is I can't. We can't. Promote that. That's all
I know.
Yeah, ain't no reason for me to promote it. You're right about that. I ain't freaking reading this shit.
I don't know if it's male or female, but it's a fucking idiot. Whoever that is.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of Booty Call when Jamie nutted at the end in a minute. It's like, if that's your climax of your contribution to the show, then you should get whatever you do from the moderators. Because you've been in.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wouldn't blame a moderator for blocking it. That's what we got them here for. They make their own decisions in regarding to that. But you know, like I said, if we're gonna talk the fundamental politics involved, I'm just a purist for certain reasons. You know what I mean?
But
it ain't trying to hurt nobody. You know what I mean?
But again, from the comment that I'm reading, right, and just let me get it off real quick. It's not even fucking true. Like it's not even.
Right, it's not right lie.
Absolutely, you're right.
Mike Tomlin is a black head coach that has won a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the guy, what was his name? The general manager in Baltimore. Ozzie Newsome is a black.
I knew you were going to go to the Ravens.
Oh, what about Tony Dungy won a Super Bowl?
Tony Dungy,
yeah.
Like, bro, again, male, female, whoever
Art
wrote
Shell.
the comment, they're a fucking idiot.
And the last Super Bowl, last two Super Bowls was won by a black quarterback.
Right.
What's good, y'all boys?
What's going on?
Shit.
Hey,
just chilling.
The runner-up was a black quarterback.
Yeah, the runner-up was a black quarterback. You're right.
Oh man.
Hey guys, listen, I'm go ahead.
Just chilling, dude.
My fault yesterday, Shake, man.
No, you good, man.
Some things came up, but my fault.
No, you good, bro. Hey, listen, man. You know how we do, man. If we keep the show rolling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lewis, you were running from the smoke last night.
Nah. Just some things,
it's kind of like you didn't want to have them Cuban sandwich. You went and had that Cuban sandwich. You didn't want to have no Cuban meal. I know what you're doing.
Well, no. What I didn't want to be a part of. You had spent the whole day, Crypto, verifying what Fred and Pete had said. So I didn't want to contribute to the nonsense.
I was on acknowledging what how you told me you liked them backstage.
Hey man,
private conversations.
Man. I don't know if you haven't caught Pete's film breakdown, he did his first episode yesterday.
Actually,
that's a hot topic. That's a hot topic in the community, man.
By the way, listen. I'm gonna be honest
up the ranks.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I know I said yesterday I don't like watching film breakdowns because they set off my ADD. Pete has the best film breakdown. It's not informative, but it sure is entertaining.
Yeah, he kind of.
It's next level, Shake Money.
Well, he emulates the ADD for you, Shake. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what? They shouldn't. That's the primary reason why they shouldn't just let anybody have access to all 22. But I want to say something real quick.
YouTube, bro.
You know what? I kind of want to touch on that comment, that super chat or whatnot. You know who I think that is? I think it was that guy Thomas Jensen. He was on his burner account. Y'all know Thomas. We all know Thomas, right?
Shit.
We all know Thomas, right? Yeah, I think it was Thomas Jensen on the burner account. That's what I think.
On Thomas.
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't fool with nobody. I see you in the chat.
His reputation is really going down the tube now.
Yeah, listen, man. What guys? I want to ask the panel a question in regards to
I was going to say it was another guy in the community, but
Thomas spent his formative years in South Florida. I know he can't be that way.
Can't elaborate, Lewis.
Hey, Thomas ain't fooling nobody over here, goddamn it.
It's because I've been, guys, I've been studying the free agency.
Guy in the community that says some.
Me too.
There's some other guy. There's some other guys in the community. I would
say. Hey, do you live in Ohio, Lewis?
I don't know where he lives, but he poses as a Latino. Let's just say that.
All I know is, hey, listen.
Oh shit!
Hey,
Damn. No, that guy's.
Whoa, what's good, Shake?
Put a name on it.
You know what's funny is I invited Lewis yesterday to do a show with me and Crypto, and I said Crypto has some choice words with you, and all of a sudden he couldn't make it.
Oh shit! Really?
Man, the fact of the matter is, Crypto was up there for 2 hours. Everything that Pete and Fred said, Crypto verified.
The show was only 3 hours. I came in for the last 15 minutes. What are you talking about?
You was up there for 2 hours talking about, yes, Fred, you're right, Fred. I agree, Pete.
Damn.
That's what you sounded like yesterday.
Stop
we all heard you.
Yeah.
We all heard you. We listened to it live in the Twitter space. They were
you
all
was
playing it. They were
you
recording
listen.
it.
I don't care if you listen to it live. You're still bearing false witness. Goddammit.
I find myself defending Tua when I go on these channels. Like I become, I don't know, man. I become the damn president of Tua now, because you know Pete is just doing it for drilling you, you know. But damn, I mean, it brings up the haters, the wolf pack. It brings up, hey man, it's like some people really hate Tua, man. They
Hey, by the
really
way,
do.
shout out to El Capitan. He said he's gonna be making an appearance soon. I can't wait for that.
What y'all boys got going on tonight, man?
El Capitan, baby, he's coming through soon.
Who?
Just drive time, open
He
panel.
coming
bro.
to the
What
he
you got
coming
going
to
on?
the
Hey,
smoke
hey,
lounge.
but you know what? Hey, you know what?
All
What's funny
gloves
is
off on Friday.
last year, right? Then somebody has an echo. Put yourself on mute if you're not talking, please. I think, yeah, there you go. Last year, I joined this is gonna be a year when since I joined my 1 year anniversary joining the Finn's Tailgate. It was around my birthday when I joined. So
damn, that's what's up. Shay, salute to you, bro.
Appreciate you, man. And last year I was like, yo, you know what?
Happy anniversary.
I joined so I could do panels with El Capitan, and his new job took him away, and I barely seen him. But now this year, I'm starting to see El Capitan come back to full form, doing the late night.
Unfortunately, but
yeah,
go
man.
ahead. But go ahead.
I am excited for my second year, man, to do more stuff with El Capitan.
Man, that's what's up, bro. Like, yeah, you know, it's a lot of talent on the platform. I mean,
One thing
you know,
I can say, Shay.
Crazy echo. I think that's
the echo, bro.
Oh, so sorry about that. I'll probably go. How am I now?
Click. Can you hear me now? Yeah, you're good. No,
Okay.
you still got echo.
Oh man, I'm gonna pop out and come back.
All right, cool.
I will say this though. Sharif, mute yourself, bro. Oh,
He's coming back.
But yeah, I will say this. Yeah, Cap, you know, he's done a good job of kind of putting together a platform and you know, acquiring talent. And you know, yeah, man, it's he's done a tremendous job of that and putting, you know, highlighting a lot of people and giving them a voice. You know what I mean? Giving them a platform. But I will say he works the shit out of y'all. I do know that. y'all, you Lewis, between you Lewis and Crypto. Oh shit, man. But salute to you gentlemen hanging in there. And you know, and like I said, bro, all jokes aside,
This is
you know,
real cute right here. This is
hey,
real cute.
I love the platform. I love everything about the tailgate. You know, I've been coming around for a while, man. And I can remember when they first started, when it was just I don't know if you started like day one, Color, but I remember
not absolute day one, but
yeah.
Pretty much like after a couple months of Cap had it going up. So he started it in November, late November, and I pretty much officially joined up like kind of late January, right before the season ended.
Well,
yeah,
I know one thing. And sorry to cut you off, Ian, but real quick, I would be remiss if I didn't say this, right? Because you stated some real facts in what you just said. How long you've been coming around the tailgate, how much you appreciate and love the show, and it caught me right there. I had to stop you. It's an amazing accomplishment for what the tailgate has done for a person like you, Ian, to be coming around almost since day one, as fast as we've grown. Because you tear panels apart, bro. It is absolutely a credit to all the boys here at the gate to have EM come around and not tear us down.
Oh
and,
shit!
hey,
Yeah,
man.
That says a lot. I've been called. I've been called, especially recently, panel killer. You know, cancer, right? Troublemaker, according to Crypto. So
you can't take my
man.
title. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's my title, and I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have it to the end.
Oh yeah. Well,
there
don't be no arguments for me. Yeah, you're right about that, Sharif.
And that's a badge I'm willing to I'm willing to take. I don't care if nobody agrees. There has been no, I would estimate YouTube channel, other than the people that come in with a big name, obviously. There's been no YouTube channel that has grown at the rate we've grown ever. Like, we are the fastest growing YouTube channel, at least in the Dolphins community, if not entire YouTube, when you're talking about people with absolutely no clout and no name coming in.
And I think we're intelligent as well. I think,
like, if you look at the rate for people to get up to it, for what we do in the sector we're in, to get up to where we're at as quick as we have. Yeah, it seems like it's been a long journey, but it really hasn't. People don't expect even the slightest success until at least doing this shit for like 5 years, man.
Yeah, 100%. Well,
while we haven't hit monetary success, if ever, whatever. But I would say that we're definitely at a different point than we were when we were at 600 subs instead of 6,000. So that's a credit to you all for continuing to watch.
Ali, what's going on, my brother?
And all these great people on the panel.
On that note, like, subscribe, share the show, get it out there.
Hell yeah.
Now, on the other hand, nobody can even stand in Big Nick's shadow when it comes to YouTube growth.
And on that note, we're gonna shake some money for 2 years in a row.
Who?
Little
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, okay. Little Nicky. Oh, okay. I know who Little Nicky is. I don't know no Big Nick.
I don't even know Little Nicky. Who's that? Who is that? Never heard of him.
He's been big time in us, bro, lately.
Never heard
coming around.
But guys, I wanted to ask the panel this question. Because I this is probably the best group of people right now. I'm going to get an interesting answer. Knowing that what we've done in the first round of free agency, right? We can all probably debate if we can go into the draft to get the best player available at 21 because we have the luxury to do that. That said, who would you guys like filibuster for if, let's say, a Barton or a Chop Robinson or a Brian Thomas Jr. Or dare I say a Bowers drop, but I don't think he would, but I would listen to you guys.
I want everybody
Listen,
to
all I know
thank
is
you for asking that, Sharif. Go ahead.
All I know, Sharif, just so you know, Cesar Ruiz and Tristan Wirth are in this draft. So
neither Pinay will. Hey, but I just want everybody to know if you go back to episodes a month or two ago or a month ago, I was literally the first person that long shot predicted that we would take a wide receiver in the first round. So you can all check that out. That is concrete on video, even though everybody else thinks that they came up with it first because it's become less of a taboo to talk about the real possibility that we take a wide receiver in the first round.
I'm saying we're going to take BPA. Whoever's available there, whoever's the best player that suits our schemes and our offense or our defense, we'll take.
Okay.
I say we take the best defensive tackle available. That's
if they lock up Odell. If they lock up Odell. If they lock up Odell.
I do want to put the caveat out there that I made that take totally tongue-in-cheek, saying that the Dolphin thing to do would be to take a wide receiver in the first round. I was being cynical, so I have to be fair and admit that.
If they sign Odell, bro, I think that virtually eliminates like 99.9% the possibility of them taking a wide receiver at 21. Now, later in the draft, maybe two if the value is there, but there's no way if they pick up Odell, bro.
You're right about that.
The only thing is, we're not the only ones talking to Odell, though. That's the problem.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, I think there's 5 other teams, Mo.
There's a reason why he hasn't signed yet, bro. There's a reason.
Yeah, I think it's 5 other teams.
He wants more money.
Yeah,
that's what it is. He wants money, bro.
So he's waiting for things to play out, and he knows.
I say do this.
He can go all the way to real quick, Mo. He could go all the way to the middle of the season and act as a rental receiver for a team that's going to the Super Bowl. He knows he can do that.
I think me personally, I think if he waits to the draft, after draft,
Lou,
he will
you see that chat heating up. Lou, you see that chat heating up.
I think he already knows when Miami's brink truck is going to show up after June 1st, and then ask for the money. I think that's what he's waiting for.
I'm talking about a private text. You see it heating up?
I don't think.
Did you land, Mo? I wasn't sure if your point got cut off because I didn't kind of.
I did. My point did get cut off, but I was just saying. I think he's gonna wait till after the draft to make a decision on signing. I don't think it would be smart for him to wait till June for our money to clear up. Because then he's gonna be stuck.
Well, I'm just thinking he's going to try to take advantage of a team that's in a desperate situation by injury or whatever. Like wait till camp goes through and all that, because so many things could happen that he could be getting a phone call from somebody that's, up in our offer.
So what you're saying is, Odell's going to become a Panther is what you're saying.
I know this much. I know there's two teams out there. I don't know the teams per se. There's hearsay, but I know there's two teams that have higher offers on the table for Odell than we do. I know that.
Kansas City has to be one of them.
I just wouldn't be.
You almost take already out of it then.
I'm off Odell anyway. There's
me too, bro.
There's so much talent.
I agree.
I
agree, Lewis.
Draft at the wide receiver position, and again, bro, we already have two smaller guys. We brought back Braxton Berrios on the smaller end as well. What we're missing is a big body receiver, and even though I'm high on Eric Ezukanma, he's yet to be able to play a season, right? I think he has the upside and the skill to play. We just haven't seen it yet. I'm not wasting whatever it is, $4, $5, $6 million. And I don't want to say wasting on Odell because he's still a talent. But for me, I'm going younger and cheaper in the draft.
The only caping up I would do for Odell Lewis, to your point, is to say that we're desperate for somebody that can catch the ball as consistent as he can.
Hey, but you know what? Let us come away. Here's the problem, though, Yem. I'm sorry, Yem. I just want to say this real quick. If we come away in the draft with one of those big receivers that are coming out, even in the first or second round, and let's just say we get Buddy from LSU, that tall, that big kid, you know what I'm saying?
Or Brandon Rice.
But if we get somebody like that, per se, that might X the situation for Odell to come here.
But look, though, listen, y'all
That's
forgetting,
why it's
bro.
such an interesting question.
Hang on, Sharif, hang on. Bro, wide receiver at 21 is not a possibility at all. I don't say
I'm not saying at 21.
But they already brought in a 50-catch, almost 600-yard tight end. They just brought him in. They just signed him. So that will definitely bring the presence of Jonnu Smith will definitely make that third option, whether it be a wide receiver or tight end, at 21, it virtually eliminates that because you just need a third option. It's not necessarily need to come in the form of a wide receiver. You just need another option, as opposed to when defenses roll the coverage and they bracket Tyreek and Waddle, you need another threat, a consistent threat, right? Okay. And they just brought in a guy that 50 catches, almost 600 yards.
Okay, EM. So let me adjust the question. Take away Brian Thomas Jr. like he would be there at 21, right? If a Chop Robinson there, a Barton is there, let's say
O-line or edge are more realistic possibilities. I'm telling you that right now.
No, I'm telling you right now too.
I could tend to
if you see a Braylon Trice is still there at 55 or
first.
You don't think Greer's going to continue to thumb the fans in the eye and purposely not get an O-line?
I think because it's too much talent it's too much talent in this year's draft at tackle for him to pass up. I think one of those blue chip tackles or edge players, more likely edge player,
or Murphy
is going to be available. And again, those are position of needs, right? You need a tackle who can play inside, that you can kick inside, and then next year, once Armstead retires, you can kick him back outside, right? That's a lot of value, and I think you'll have several players. One, maybe two, maybe three options there at 21. It's going to be too much for Greer to pass up. And then I think even more, right? It'll be even more, I think, and I could be wrong, but I think the edge position, that might be the most glaring need we need right now. Now, again, the status of hang on, stop fucking interrupting me, Sharif. You got Phillips and the status of Phillips and Chubb, right? Being, their availability is in particular the first part of the season. Okay, that might, if it's more likely that the Dolphins think that they might be ready closer to the first start of the year or day one, well, then that might kind of, alter the conversation. But I think as of right now, with the uncertainty with those two players, you can make a case Edge is the most glaring need the most glaring need as of right now.
I would agree with that. There's a couple players. Let me not lie, but since we're talking about edge and offensive linemen, I'm not going to say whether tackle or inside. It don't matter. We'll just label it also offensive lineman. I can see that easily be there at 21, right? For me, there's a guy though in a passing league, and I know people don't like to hear it. This is just my opinion. I know we have to be balanced. I know we have to run the ball, right? There's a guy for me in the passing game, though, because we're talking about big receivers. And I like the name Ian brought up with Jonnu Smith, but that's a bridge. We always talk about guys at quarterback to be a bridge. I think Jonnu Smith is a bridge. Bro, if Brock Bowers is there for around 21, right, or at 21, if he's on the board, I'm running to the table because I think
that's a fair point.
More than the running game and everything, a tight end is a quarterback's best friend. And this guy, Color just said, we're looking for a guy with stable hands that can catch the football. I think this is what this offense really is needing, right? Jonnu Smith is a bridge guy, but if you, with the elements of Tyreek Hill and Waddle putting so much pressure on the defense, you get a legitimate tight end with that speed, that range, that catch radius, running up in the middle of the seams, bro. It could open this offense up to where we see the offense at its full potential. I'm just saying, I love the position of edge and offensive lineman, but a guy like Brock Bowers, for me, bro, if he's there, I'm running to the podium with that pick.
Well, that would be an immense. If that does happen, that would be too much value to pass up. If you Chris Greer, I can see them doing that, but the likelihood of that happening, I don't know, bro.
So who do you like at edge, Ian?
Me personally, like again, I know there, the opinions are all over the place in terms of what their opinion is of edge players, but at 21, I'm looking at Chop Robinson, bro. Like I'm looking at everything that Micah Parsons. Again, I know they're different players or whatnot. I get it, but come from the same program. A lot of similarities athletically. I think he's a bigger, much stronger version than what Micah Parsons is. So I look at the size and the girth and the strength with him. I don't think if you select him, I don't think he'll have as many issues, holding up against the run as Micah Parsons has had, right? And you got the athleticism, you got the positional flexibility. You can line him up on the line, you can play him up off the ball. That is generational athleticism that he possesses. And that would be my pick. And I know it might be somewhat of a reach. He's a little unrefined from a pure pass rushing standpoint. You got the kid from UCLA. I don't want to fuck his name up, but he seems to be more refined and a more polished player than what Robinson is. But me personally, if I'm Chris Greer, if I'm boxed in and I got to take if he's there at 21, that is too much upside to pass up. That's like Lawrence Taylor like ceiling in terms of athleticism, in my opinion.
I understand. I definitely respect that. I'm on the same consensus. But other defensive players I like is also that kid from Illinois that Neil talks about a lot. Newman. I've been watching a lot of his tape, and he looks good too. Yeah, he calls him Johnny Newman for some reason, but I like. Go ahead.
He's more of an interior player though. He's a He's a three technique is what he is.
Listen, man. But, you get my gooses cooking, man, because I've been studying his name is actually Jazon Newton.
Yeah.
This kid is a disruptor. He just got better from the freshman year to his sophomore and junior. He's just as athletic as Christian Wilkins in terms of what he can do at 6'2".
Hey, Ian, let me
but anyway, continue, guys.
Ian, real quick, let me ask you a question, because again, your opinion in the draft with players and where they're probably projected is probably better than a lot of people on the panel. The kid Sweat out of Texas, I always forget his first name, but the kid Sweat, right? Do you think he's a possibility, or do you think he's there at 55 in the second round? Because for me, we're talking about interior guys, especially on the defensive line. Bro, to get that kid at that size, the way he moves, right? It's just an anchor in the middle of the field. I think you look at some of the dominant defenses in the league, bro. They have one of those guys, one of them immovable objects, right? Like you can't move that guy. You think he's there in the second round?
Well, for me, if he is, I'm running to the podium, and turning in that car. To me, if you're gonna go interior, that's the player that I'm desiring the most. Because me, I'm a fan. You know me, I'm more of a defensive guy. I'm a more, I'm more the D line and the defense in general is what my preference generally is. So when I look at, from a athletic profile standpoint, and again, take into consideration, right, who our defensive coordinator is now. So he's coming in where he came from. So if you look at the style in terms of profiles of, the players that play on the D line, Sweat, right? He fits the mold because you look at Michael Pierce, you look at a lot of guys over the years, just in Baltimore in general, your Haloti Nadas, your Sam Adamses, your Tony Siragusas, more recently Michael Pierce, right? Haloti Nada. He fits that profile. And again, he came from Baltimore. He had Matabuke. He had, again, Michael Pierce. He fits that profile. Pierce, a lot. He's very similar to Michael Pierce. He's a more athletic player than what Michael Pierce is. But, I've been a fan of Michael Pierce for a long time. But he, to me, that's that size. He's what, 6'2", 6'3", 256 pounds. Bro, that is... Man, he can play multiple positions for you. He can play that zero. He can play that. You can kick him outside a little bit. And he can play
6'4", 366.
Shit.
Well, let me ask you this, Ian. Right? I asked you about the second round pick 55. Is that a reach then, in your opinion?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
He's projected to go in the 45 to 55 range.
Yeah,
I think that's right where you want to get him. Right where you want, because again, he offers more from a pass rushing standpoint.
I was going to ask you though, is that a reach at 21?
Oh yeah.
He's falling. He's been falling because of Jazon Newton. He's definitely been falling because of the Jared Verses of the world. If Jared Verse ended up falling because of chopping these other guys, Jared Verse, you run and you buck your head to the podium to get him.
Well, I think he doesn't see, when you talk about value at that position from a draft perspective, again, you're going to want the higher players generally are picked. They tend to be more two-dimensional, right? They impact the pass as well as the run. He's more of a run stuffer. I think he offers, as a typical nose tackle, he's a marginally better pass rusher than what you would typically see. But it's not enough to project, in my opinion, to definitively say he's a first-round pick, right? But, again, he's an intriguing player for me at 2. If he's there at 2, that's exactly what a value would align with me.
A real quick question, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. But would you maybe trade? We got multiple comp picks in 2025. Is he the type of player that let's say he's there at 45, we're 10 picks away at 55. Do you maybe send one of the thirds that we got for Christian Wilkins and one of those comp picks to maybe move up 10 spots to get him?
You can send your original third now, is what you mean.
Would anybody? You don't have a third this year, Sharif. We don't have a 3rd and 4th.
Oh, you can send your original third.
He's talking about the 2020.
Draft.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you will be activating your 3s from Christian Wilkins and from Robert Hunt. You'll be activating them next year.
Well, just a 3rd round pick in 2025.
But you already have 3 3rd round picks. You can just send your own. So I'm helping you out, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, whatever pick it is, I'm just saying, would you move up to go get a player like that?
Not a 3rd. No, I'm not going to invest a 3rd because you got. And again, I know a lot of. They've already dressed the position. I know they're unproven guys, right? But you got a starter there technically in Benito Jones, who's got the positional flexibility, can play over the nose, the zero. He can play the 3 technique. on a 4-man line. You can kick him inside to where he's playing defensive tackle position. I mean, he started 16 games. Now, is he Christian Wilkins? No. But he's comparable. You got competency there with him, as well as I think the depth you have. You got Deshaun Hand coming back as well. So, who played well for us, I might add, that, a lot of our fan base don't really realize he again, in his role, he was more than competent. So you've got some stability there, right? You don't have a like no one there. You don't have any options. So trading up for him is a little too rich, because I think if you invest a third and you combine that with a second, that's, from a value standpoint, I mean, you're basically, you're investing a first round pick on him, which I don't think his skill set, his talent aligns with first round value. But I'm not going to trade. I don't think I'm going to trade a third, maybe a seventh, a sixth, maybe to move up, or, maybe a fourth max. But that's my pick. I'm hoping the Dolphins find a way to get him, but a third and a second, bro, that's like the equivalent. I mean, again, you did that. And again, I'm not saying that we're going to get the same type of results, but that's a lot to trade.
Let me ask you this, right? Because we need capital this year. It'll be lovely if we can find just 2 more picks, right? A third and a fifth. And I'm saying, right, the value that you had X at the time, we see now in hindsight that if you had traded him, you probably would have get a second and a third, or even a first or whatever for X 2 years ago. Seeing what Mostert has done now, fast forward, you can get a fifth to a third for Mostert in this year's draft. And even if you kick in, let's say, because for me, it'll be disappointing if Eichenberg's a swing tackle, I spent a second round pick for him. I would give up on Eichenberg, just like how Hunter Long I gave up on, and send Mostert and Eichenberg for 2 picks this year. Now you have 2 more picks to the capital that you need. You only have 6 picks in the draft. So how do you feel about
that's I'm sorry, Sharif, that's foolishness. We just paid the man. Well, he ain't going nowhere.
Well, you restructured his deal, but that doesn't mean you can't send him away.
Nah, bro. And then
he's a 20 touchdown running back that you can sell to any team. You dangling a 20 touchdown back.
Hold on. You don't think it would have been a lot more better for us to do that before we restructured him and gave him a deal? Because it would have made the teams more. He would have been a more intriguing trade, because he had no guaranteed money on his deal. Now we guaranteed him almost $4 million now. So now he's guaranteed on the hook. So now it'll be a lot less value for him if we were trading him.
I'm only, looking for picks for this season. That's my main
I understand
worry.
that, Steve, but it's too late. So that's not even that can't even be part of the question, bro. My brother.
I can't say that because I don't really know what Greer's gonna do. But if I'm looking for capital now, and I realize I pretty much failed with second round pick on Eichenberg, and I have a 20 touchdown running back, who is you to say I can't sell that to 32 teams? Who are you to tell me I can't sell that shit? Someone. Hey, guess what Greer said? There's plenty of people who want Eichenberg.
Dude, you can't
Greer
sell
said
it
that
though,
out of his
dog.
mouth last year.
Don't
forget that.
Listen to me. Listen, you cannot sell that now. If he had one more year on his deal like he did before we restructured him, he had, I think it was like maybe 225,000 guaranteed left. That would have been the time to be like, hey, guess what, guys? He's available for trade. And somebody would have jumped on it because they're not on the hook.
And another perspective is there's 5 quarterbacks may go in the first 11 picks. They're going to need his all-star running back to help them through their young life. There's another way to look. All I'm saying is there's another way to look at it, bro. Not chopping your point down, but there's another way I can sell that to teams who are going to be drafting 5 quarterbacks in maybe the first 15 picks. They're going to need a near all-pro running back to help them.
Am I wrong, guys, or is he the one is it me or what?
I mean, I would love to have a third and a fifth.
Say that again, Mo.
I said, am I wrong, or is he? Are you here with
you correct. No, you correct.
Oh, I
don't know what Sharif talking about, bro.
I was gonna say that makes no sense, bro. Now, if you want to say we could trade Wilson because we didn't touch his money, we just kept him.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could probably trade, but we could trade Jeff. But I don't. To be honest, man, Like, I don't want to ruin. Like, if you have something good, it's never gonna have 20 touchdowns ever again. Like you do this kind of thing with business, man. And all I'm saying is, I need picks this year. I mean, I know you guys disagree, but what else do you want to trade to get picks this year? Who do you have in mind? Tua?
How about let's not trade nobody,
man.
The only person that could be traded, honestly, and which I don't think none of us want to do it, but again, this is the conversation we're going to have, would be Javon Holland. No, Javon Holland. That would be the person to trade this year.
I agree.
I thought you meant this tradable period. Like,
no. And Javon Holland's off limits, and Chris Greer said it multiple times.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he said.
I'm sorry, Jalen Waddle. I meant to say Jalen Waddle, not Javon Holland. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Javon Holland, bro. Like I said, I think this is going to be a Christian Wilkins situation potentially all over again. Chris Greer does not invest from a salary cap standpoint big dollars at safety. Never has. I don't see that changing with Javon Holland.
And right now, and to say this, if you look at the value of Javon Holland that gives us, every year he's improved. Every year I think last year, if it wasn't for his injuries, he would have probably been possibly a Pro Bowler / even maybe an All-Pro, maybe a second teamer All-Pro possibly. So that's the person that's going to give us the most value. With him, you could possibly get a 2 and a 4, Sheree, or possibly a 2 and a 5, or maybe a 3 and a 4.
I would look into that because. Listen, I'm gonna be honest.
At the end of the season,
if we're gonna come up with hypothetical trades, that would be the most that makes common sense.
And to help you out, Chris Greer has 2 All-Pros so far in drafting safeties in the last 4 or 5 years. He traded one to Pittsburgh. Like, he can move off of Holland, and he still probably would get an All-Pro freaking safety.
Get you a first-round pick right now. If you trade Holland, you get a first-round pick.
But the thing is, we can trust that Greer replaces that easily, right? That's what
right. You can trust that Greer can at least replace that. He done it before back-to-back draft.
I would investigate that.
I'm having a lot of fun in the chat, tearing 72 undefeated ass up. So I'm going to go back to that. But the reason I came up is to let Sharif know why people call him a show killer. You want the Dolphins to trade one of their best players for a mid to late round pick to get a rookie who can't hold his jock strap in a season where the Miami Dolphins are still projected to do some things, still in the
Man, I agree with you because I think I've been studying the draft.
Yeah,
I've been studying the draft deep in the third day. I've been studying the draft deep into the third day, and I agree with you, brother. I'm seeing Brendan Rice. Listen, man, I'm seeing so much. I'm saying Xavier Worthy. I'm seeing like these third day guys. If we get another pick, I'm thinking I'm striking gold.
Hold on. EM, listen to me. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, listen to me. I'm gonna tell you right now. If there's any teams calling, they're calling for Javon Holland, and I guarantee you, Chris Greer is listening.
I would look into that.
I agree. I couldn't agree more.
And let me let you know. Hold on,
EM. I gotta go. EM.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Real quick, I don't fuck with you at all, but I need you to answer this question. I need you to answer: Is there a player in this draft in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round that's better than Raheem Mostert?
No, bro.
Like,
the 5th round?
I don't. Hey, man, I don't know what Sharif is on, bro. I have no idea what possessed that man to get up here and say that publicly. I have no idea, but. Hey, man.
Listen, man. If it's your best chance to get rid of a guy,
well, I would say this much.
Give you 20 touchdowns.
That's why scouts get paid and GMs make their money.
Listen, this guy will never give you 20 touchdowns again.
That kid.
You sell that shit to a team.
That kid Allen.
Pachenko is better than them.
Hold on.
I can't hear Lou, bro.
Hold on. That kid Allen out of Wisconsin is better than Raheem Mostert right now.
No, bro. I have.
You crazy?
I think y'all letting these 20 touchdowns.
Y'all keep listening to EM's opinions talking about he out of his damn mind said nobody.
I think y'all letting most of
Wait.
Can I finish my point?
So,
can I just finish my point?
So you're saying definitively without that man, hang on, Lou, playing one down in the NFL, he's better than a Pro Bowl running back.
Yeah, just like Gibbs.
Right. Well,
he didn't play it down,
on, bro.
He came in and hitting the ground running.
If I could answer the question,
Gibbs went top 10, bro.
Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Go ahead. Y'all got it.
Y'all frustrated, Lewis.
They were saying he wasn't even going to.
What the man said late round pick, bro. He didn't say nothing about first. He said a late round pick.
No. I'm saying again. They're saying that this kid Allen out of Wisconsin could probably fall into the third round.
I agree with Lewis.
If you're telling me, right, and again, we're going to evaluate Raheem Mostert, the whole evaluation. This is, I believe, his first and only year of 1,000 yards, right?
Exactly.
Hold on, real quick.
Only because he been hurt.
I'm just trying to finish my point. That's all I'm trying to do.
Go ahead.
This is one of his first years of staying healthy, right?
But he wasn't healthy though, bro.
And complete evaluation, right? Don't age come into that equation as well? If you're
absolutely 100%.
No.
He was healthy. He missed the last 3 games.
We're talking about 31-year-old back, like y'all like to say 40-year-old quarterback. 30-year-old backs is just like 40-year-old quarterbacks.
No, we're not saying 3 years from now. We're talking about right now. A guy averaging over 5 yards per carry for the duration of his fucking career. Right? Coming off his best year, and he just scored. He contributed to 20 touchdowns.
A-Chain came out averaging almost 9 yards a carry in year one.
You saying without that man playing one fucking down, right?
No, this is where you kill your own self, Em. A-Chain came in the league averaging 8 yards a carry in his first season.
Y'all sound like fucking Pete right now.
I haven't even been able to finish my point because everybody just wants to scream.
He relegated us to Pete.
Y'all got it. Go ahead.
And you frustrate Lewis.
Let's not sit up here and act like A-Chain didn't average 8 yards, 9 yards a carry in his first season.
When everybody's just screaming and talking over each other, nobody in the chat or on the panel can hear a fucking person. So go ahead. Let's continue screaming and yelling. And
A-Chain was better than Mostert.
Crypto don't give a fuck.
God damn, my question got everybody
fucking
fired
ridiculous, bro.
Sharif just talks over people too. Let's keep it
going. No, but it's really about finding
you're acting like rookies can't come in and have the same success.
I think we should look into Javon Holland getting capital for picks for us. Because
hey, don't take my thunder, damn it. Don't take my thunder.
You're on that Raheem Mostert shit. Because they like Mostert like fine wine kind of thing, and I guess it's a fine wine thing.
No.
Me, I would get off of his ass knowing he would never give me 20 touchdowns again.
I'm talking about over 5 yards per carry for the duration of his career, bro. No matter where he's been,
bro.
No matter where he's been, that motherfucker's gonna get you 5 yards every time he touches the football.
Yeah,
that's what Raheem Mostert
does.
And you're gonna say a 5th, 6th, 7th round pick definitively without playing one fucking down?
I said a third.
He's gonna be better.
How many running backs in this system average less than 4 yards?
You sound like fucking Pete right now.
But now Greer said out of his mouth, teams are calling him for Eichenberg. You know this, EM. This is why I'm throwing in Eichenberg.
That's a fucking lie, dog. Stop
Obviously,
it.
you don't watch French conference of Chris Greer. But
when did he
when you see Sharif,
the only person I heard him say
Sharif, know that I
people
study
are calling
my
for
team,
was
right?
Michael Dieter.
He
didn't say
said that
nothing
more
about
than 2 times. He said teams are
as of right now,
they're probably still calling for him.
A-Chain is averaging more than 8 yards a carry for his career going.
I would let A-Chain step right in place of Mostert. Sorry, whoever I was talking.
He never said Eichenberg. He said Dieter. He never said Eichenberg.
Yeah, I never heard him say nothing about no Eichenberg. He said Dieter.
I'll tell you what. Hey, listen, Sharif.
Hey.
I'll tell you what. If you could produce the clips where he said that
it's Chris Greer's. It's about 4 press conferences ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, produce the clip, and I will donate $100 to St. Jude in your name.
So listen, I'm gonna say this right here.
DMs
I want to say this because I need people to understand this. I'm calling this shit right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's a new year, I still think Mostert's RB1 still. He's still going to be RB1.
And I'm going to piggyback off that. And fucking, hang on. Be quiet, Sharif. Crypto, you talking about, 8-10, averaging 8 point, whatever. All that is true. But guess who still is the lead back? That would be Raheem Mostert.
That's because of favoritism.
Oh, okay. It's favoritism.
That's the order of operation.
They like a fine wine thing.
Yeah, his boy from San Francisco.
No.
That's called meritocracy.
Could it be he's a better blocker?
That's what it is.
Right?
No.
Could it be he's a better all-around player? He's got better hands at this stage. He's a better blocker.
It could be because
it might be the better option running north and south.
Back.
You don't think that's got nothing to do with that?
A-Chain is a better back.
All right.
He's younger. He got
needs to
fresher
take
legs.
his
And he's
role
averaging
and
more
step
yards
up
per
and be a
carry.
superstar in this league.
Bro. He's still a pup.
He will step up and be a superstar in this league and take over
A-Chain got
easily.
those touches. He would have had 20 touchdowns.
I have a question. With that being said, who's going to be on a snap count? The guy who's coming into his second year, or the
That's
veteran?
why you kept Ahmed and Jeff Wilson.
Yeah,
you're getting younger.
So don't act like no rookie can't come in and be successful.
Or Chris Brooks could be the big
guy. You drafted him in the second, or what was it, the second round, right?
Come on, man. Let's act like we don't have value.
A-Chain's
we have
third round.
value at that position. We can let his ass go. His old ass.
Well, that doesn't answer my question. Who do you think is going to be on a snap count, A-Chain or Mostert?
Both
of them.
I don't think so, man. I think one's going to have the ball more than the other, and it's not going to. I don't think it's going to go the way you guys think.
Technically, they will all be on the snap count because they have a running back by committee approach, bro. There's no bell count.
Anywhere
so they're
from
all going to be
15
on
to 25 snap counts a piece.
No, of course.
15 to 25 snap
you have a guy who just gave pretty much a 2-year contract on a cheap. That's a pay cut, whether you want to believe it or not. And you just drafted a guy in the second round, and you're going to give him less snaps? That math ain't mathing.
What are you talking about? Hold on. You don't sound right. Cap for life. Anybody. I ask you guys if anybody could do it. Can you guys see what was our average offensive snap counts a game? Can anybody tell me? What was it, like 70 plays a game? Around there, correct?
Well, yeah, but if you want to put injuries into account, which you guys always do.
Listen to me. Say if we average 65 offensive plays, correct?
Correct.
Each player, you got Mostert.
Like I said, I'm sure there's running backs better than Mostert in this draft. In the late
I understand that. I understand crypto,
I'm
but
not
we're
moving off that square.
Well, that's fine.
When was the last time Chris Greer valued a running back position? Please tell me, crypto. Please. When was the last big running back?
That was the
he can't do his draft.
Don't call draft. I'm talking about
specifically. When's the last time he valued a running back in the draft?
Last year.
Okay, then. So listen. If we do 65 snap counts, offensive snap counts. You're gonna have A-Chain and Mostert going to average anywhere from 15 to 25 snaps a game, not targets, snaps. Okay, then out of those 15 to 25 snaps, they might get maybe 12 to 17 touches or targets in between two. You know what I'm saying?
But do you think that A-Chain's really going to take a back seat?
It's not going to be a back seat. It's going to be a running back by committee.
They're going to split it more, guys. I mean, it's not going to look any fucking different from last year to this year. All it is just fucking A-Chan's there. Maybe as the season will go on. First of all, the running backs go down like crazy. Not just on this team, but in the NFL in general, and especially in this style of offense. A-Chan's here, so when fucking Mostert's here, and whomever they pick up, they'll probably bring some young guys in for competition. We'll see. They really seem to always like Ahmed. You would think they would have upgraded, but apparently they can't find anybody better than Ahmed as far as usefulness goes in this offense. But dude, it's not going to change. It's going to be the same shit. I don't know why everybody hating on Raheem anyhow, because the man went to the Pro Bowl, had one of his best years. You know what I'm saying? Like, let him.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm saying, El Capitan, who can we use for capital to get draft pick for us this year?
I don't need a goddamn. I don't listen. Fuck all that noise. I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about capital in the running back room. It's not for us. It ain't been for us. And guess what? It ain't for the NFL at large. Mostly, you know what I'm saying? It's just not. Would it be nice if we were more of a run-centric football team? Yeah, I could understand that. Could I like a Ricky Williams on my football team to be that type of team? I can. But that shit ain't working out for Dallas either. So, you know what I'm saying? Fuck all that noise. Just do what they do. That's just what they're doing. That's it. We're scat back offense. You know, we do have some
cool
power
with
running.
Just having 6 draft picks as opposed to trying to get someone to trade for capital.
If I'm gonna take capital or trading or moving around, it ain't for a running back, bro. It ain't.
And I really believe if
No,
the
but
Miami
not for a
Dolphins
running
are
back.
going to
The fact
trade,
that we can trade
Sharif,
we can trade Javon Holland and get the most capital and get a pick this year to help us get more green talent. What I'm saying is,
But here's
I
the
put
thing.
Mostert in that
Hold
category.
on. I understand your
I put him in
logic,
that
right,
right.
Sharif? I understand your logic in trading Javon, right? But if I'm just gonna
or Mostert,
if I'm gonna keep it AKA simple or real, right? I would say this. Easy enough. This team is smart enough in zeros and ones on a binary fucking build your team. They're not going to create holes to try to fill in the draft in any way, shape, and form this late in the game. They're just not going to do it. They're not. They're not this late in the
If
game.
you try to get younger and doing it right, Cap.
If now they can be listen, trading Javon would create a hole. Now trading Waddle, it creates a hole, but it doesn't create a gaping hole like it would Javon.
Avoiding a Cap situation.
I get you about getting out in front of Cap, but that window has come and gone, guys. It's come and gone.
I'm gonna differ with you, El Cap, because I personally don't think that. I think it's the other way around. I think if you drop Waddle or you trade Waddle, I'm saying there's a bigger hole there than there is with Javon Holland.
I agree.
And the reason I say that is because you look at it, we had how many games where he was out, and we were okay back there. It wasn't so bad.
I'm not getting it. I'm not saying that in your perspective is wrong, because I know what you're saying. This team could make it as proven without a safety, because it is what it is. I'm just saying that if it was in a number to zero as far as depth goes, Javon is the best safety you got. You lose him, and there's a hole. Waddle, albeit one of the best in the NFL, he's still not the best on this football team. We have Tyreek Hill. So you see what I'm saying? In a room alone, breaking it down into sections. You can afford to lose
because of the absence of a safety.
You can afford to lose a Waddle over a Javon on simple.
But we all know they won't do it, Cap. We all know they won't do it, though. We all know.
What's that? To get rid of Waddle?
Yeah, we all know they want.
Oh, no, that ain't happening.
But when he was gone,
the only way if we get rid of Waddle. No, I'm gonna tell you right now. The only way we get rid of Waddle, if we get a deal like Larenzy Tunzel, but better. I'm gonna tell you.
I don't know about but better, bro. I don't know about
addition by subtraction.
From the Broncos,
that's the definition,
free agent?
of addition by subtraction.
Again, if someone offered 2 first-rounders and 2 second-rounders, he'd be gone, right? And maybe someone would if they were to make that available. I don't think they have any intention on making that even
Let me ask you this, El Cap. Let me ask you this, because I'm not for trading Javon Holland personally, but let's say he is on the block and he'll listen, right?
Okay.
Isn't the kid from the Broncos still a free agent, or
Yes,
did he
sir.
sign with somebody?
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
saying that there isn't.
Hold on. Let me just land real quick. If you are gonna move him and do something like that, I think right now would be the best time based on who's still on the board. But if that person isn't on the board anymore, no, they're not going to do that. Dude.
I mean, look, in a 1-year stopgap, they can figure it out at any position other than quarterback, and that's every football team. So, I don't know, right? Like, yes, could you give me serviceable play at the position, looking at who's available right now, or even who's potentially in the draft that you can get? And because Javon is a 2nd-round pick, and maybe someone would give up a first for him, you've already, gained capital in that. 2 things. No one's giving you a first for Javon right now. Maybe after the draft, they could do that. And secondly,
would you want a second and a third if you were a team, Cap?
Would I want a second and a third? I don't know, because honestly, I haven't looked at the safety market to know what's available in a second or a third to replace them with. And maybe there is something, right? And maybe this team is.
Do you trust Chris Greer to replace 2 All-Pro free safeties?
I trust 2 All-Pro safeties already.
Yeah, I trust Chris Greer a lot personally. I always have. I like that he's a fucking snake. I think that's the exact type of guy you want at that position personally. I don't like when he does certain things, but he's very good at doing his job in a way that leaves you hard to criticize him. Because if you want to criticize Chris Grier, I can give you 10 other examples. He took a first-round safety that he flipped and got rid of and replaced it with a second-round safety, and both are super really good at their position.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the point.
And I'm not saying
that's
he
why
can't
you should
do
be
it
able
again.
not be so
To me,
with coming off of him, El Cap.
To be able to come off him.
And he has an all-pro quarterback.
That's why.
You know,
that's really why I want to come off of him, because he could be easily replaced by
He's proven that he can replace the position with no issues.
He's proven to be able to get his job done. I'm sorry. The only thing I'm worried about is that everything he's done up to this point in his tenure, when we're talking about from 2018 to now, because that's when he took this team over. Let's be real, as the solo guy to be responsible for everything. From 2018 to now, this is the first time since then that the decisions he's going to make are make or break decisions. Everything he could have got fired for, he's done everything right enough to keep his job and having successes and failures. Remember, it's 2018 to now. That's 6 years of doing it, of a judgment. We can look at how he blew this team up, the trades he pulled off, the picks he made, the guys he brought in, and the guys he let go. Right. And now this is the first time with young, talented, drafted people are exiting the building. That's the Christian Wilkinses of the world. You've got players that are coming up on contracts and numbers, the future, everything like that. This is the first time. Now, here's the question. Does he make those steps here in 2024, or does he do what I believe Chris Grier is more comfortable doing, buying himself more time? That's what he's always done. He's been able to have enough hits to overbalance his failures to buy him more time. And right now, if he signs, this comes down to the quarterback and paying him, or extending even Javon Holland, anyone, right? All of these guys on these extensions that he's going to sign in-house coming up that are going to really put this team in a financial bind. The quarterback, the pass rusher, the wide receiver, the fucking everything. Those, although I get it, you you can go, well, he brought in Chubb, he brought in Hill. All that shit hasn't hurt us in needing to make sacrifices. Those are all additions. Those aren't sacrifices. Those are luxuries. Well, the luxury time is gone. The sacrifice time begins. And it comes to, are you ready to make those sacrifices, or you want to hold breath to see if you need to make the sacrifices, or is it time to do something else? And to me, Chris Grier isn't going to, maybe he will, but paying the quarterback start there. Right now, there's still a fork in the road. If he pays the quarterback, there is no fork. You are on that road from now until then.
Can I ask you a question? I know he wasn't involved really with it, but how much did we pay Tannehill when we extended him? It was like $100 million, right?
No, it was like $108 million contract, and it was like $72 million guaranteed.
Got you.
And it was because he paid out in front, and this is why Dolphins fans are like, that's why you pay early, blah 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 blah. But then it didn't work out with Tannehill, and it doesn't always work out for people who pay early. So it's a stupid take. I understand that you save more money, but in retrospect, the teams that pay late for top tier talent that's proven it, those guys, even though they're breaking the bank in their position, they're resetting the market, those fucking guys usually are worth their contract
and pan out. Correct.
They always pan out, because we can be the only one I can think of in Dolphins history is the Ndamukong Suh that didn't pan out, and the Rams would be in the exact same situation had they not gone and had success and win in the Super Bowl, right? Because if they didn't, everyone would be pointing that Aaron Donald contract fucking handcuffed the team so much for one man that it held everything up. That didn't happen. But for us, with Ndamukong Suh, that was kind of the case, right? Now,
correct. Because look what happened.
Then nobody made a defensive tackle didn't make a dime more than Ndamukong Suh for like 4 more years. He was out of Miami by the time someone was making more than him at the defensive tackle position. That's what I mean by that, right? No one's making. I mean, fuck, Chris Jones just got a big contract. He still didn't make what Aaron Donald made fucking 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my point. the quarterback position is different because that money is going to affect you no matter what you do. And case in point, when they signed Ryan Tannehill and only 72 or 73 or 77 million was guaranteed, I want to say it was Matt Ryan that signed afterwards. It was a bunch of other quarterbacks signed directly after him that were head and shoulders more expensive than we got. And we were like, well, fuck. Our guarantees this and everything, but really, he's not even in the top 5 of.
Yeah, I remember.
I remember. We were like, we got a fucking deal. No, we fucking didn't. And to me, when I talk about 2 road, we got.
Bro, the problem is, what's fucked up? We signed him right after he fucking blew out his knee, bro. We was like, okay, here's the deal.
Well,
Crypto 7-year plan.
This organization does that.
It's the trauma.
You know why? And it's I wasn't against. I'm never against having a player you've had for 4 or 5 years, right? That gets injured and then sign him. Because think about it. You know everything you know about the guy. You know everything you know about his production. If he's got an injury and you think he's going to be a guy that would have set the market, but the injury's going to hold him back, perfect time to sign that motherfucker. You ain't never going to get him cheaper than when he's injured, hurt, on some paid meds, not feeling real good about himself. Team come up and play devil's advocate and go, listen, man, we love you. We don't want you to worry about your future. I know you're not feeling good, and hold his hand at bedside, and, and let's offer you a contract. It's an evil thing to do, but I'm just talking business, So I understood that part of it, and that was probably why they got the money and was able to get that with Tannehill. Again, when you look at this situation right now, paying Javon, Chris Grier doesn't have to do right now. The 5th-year options are still on the table for fucking Phillips and Waddle, which are gonna that don't happen until next year either. You see what I'm saying? That don't have to happen right away.
Well, we got to make a decision in May.
Yeah, I know, but let's call for it is. There's no way they're not, right? But I'm saying they don't have to worry about extending these guys for another year because they're going to sign the 5th years.
If there is anybody you do have to sign, wouldn't you have to sign Javon Holland? Because otherwise you're tagging.
Yeah, after this year, he's a free. Listen, after this year, he's a free agent, Ollie.
That's right.
Yeah, because he was a 2nd-round pick. He wasn't a 1st-round.
That's right.
That's
right.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah, but you still don't have to sign him right now. You know what I'm saying? He's again. What I mean by this, every motherfucker's still under contract, right? They all have to play 2024. As far as worrying about, huh?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm sure they already had a conversation with his reps and trying to see what it was, what he wants, and they're probably like, "No, fuck all that."
Or maybe they're like, again, say Javon wants $90 million contract, right, with 58 guaranteed, which would be relatively a high contract, but it's not like safeties aren't getting that money too. You know what I'm saying? It would be historic. And they're like, no, we're thinking more like, 68 and 45 guaranteed.
I'm hearing that he wants the top paid safety in the league.
He wants to reset the market. He's going to want to reset the market.
Yes,
it's going to be another Christian Wilkins situation.
That's
bro.
right. That's right. But guess what? What happens if Javon goes down in week 8 and needs surgery? You ain't getting that on the open market now, motherfucker. Look at Connor Williams right now. The Dolphins tried to rework his deal last fucking year to extend him. He ain't getting a phone call at all. And these guys
he should have took that call. Yo, can you imagine? Hey, I'm going to tell you this right now, Cap. Thank God he didn't take the deal. Because
for our sake, yes.
We would have been crucifying him right now, though.
Of course.
We would be like, yo, what the fuck, Grier?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And again, think about that when paying a man early. These are all the options that when contracts are talked about, you have to beware with buyer beware. And if you put all your eggs in any one basket, that's the end of the road for a general manager.
Talk about it, bro. That's some facts. We're spitting some facts right now.
That's it, bro.
Hey, man, smash that like button, subscribe, damn it.
This is it, dog. This is the real. If Chris Grier now signs Tua, which is looking for around $50 million plus $50 million a year, that road, that's it. That is Chris Grier's livelihood is attached to that. And from what I can see, as far as Chris Grier goes, he'll sign big guys. He'll sign name players. He'll do this. He'll do that. Right. But who who have the Dolphins brought in here via free agency that's been expensive as fuck, right? Jalen Ramsey. Well, that guy's selling tickets. That guy's good, and he even came in injured. Nobody's gonna cry about what's that free agent signed. Tyreek Hill. You could say the money, the this, the that, but if the Dolphins rework Tyreek Hill's deal this year, and Tyreek Hill's going to be here for the next 2 more seasons, through 2025 and into 2026 seasons, right? No one's going to be upset with that. It's motherfucking Tyreek Hill. Now, the Bradley Chubb, that's questionable, right? That was a very questionable move. But I don't know.
Last year, it looked like it was paying off finally.
Even the year
but
we
let's
got
be
him.
real. We all wanted it. Let's be real.
Not really. No one even was thinking on it, honestly. Right? We had.
Are you crazy? That's just.
I actually had different. Hold on. I had different. I wanted Roquan and I wanted an offensive lineman. That's what I wanted.
I forgot about Roquan. Yeah, you are right. I completely forgot. But Roquan Smith.
Remember, look at this. And here's the shit. Here's the shit too, dog.
Right from,
but here's the shit. They got Roquan cheaper than we paid for Chubb. Remember that?
Yeah.
They gave up less capital.
They got him for next to nothing.
I was so
heated. A vending machine in a football, bro. Basically.
For nothing.
Yes. The trade with the trade and the money as of right now with games played, it still hasn't panned out. But no one's, because of what we have seen out of Bradley Chubb and everything of that nature, that no one's writing off Chris Greer on year 2.5 on Bradley. Now Bradley Chubb doesn't play well coming off his injury, and he looks like he's never going to be the same. Then that could be something that drags Chris Greer down on. But even by then, the bigger deals and the bigger contracts and the other things that he could do to take your eye off that, it isn't going to matter, right? It ain't going to matter. So, again, that guy's playing 4D chess always. That's why, to me, this extension of Tua Tagovailoa is going to be fucking nuts, because we have a multitude of scenarios that are all on the table right now with Tua, with what I believe Chris Greer, from understanding the way in which he has built this team and does his job. Everything's on the table. That's making him ride out his 5th year, putting a franchise tag on him for top 3 money or top 5 money, whatever it was in the position group, to make him ride out another year. That's potentially doing it back-to-back years because they're worried about whatever reason, or just resetting the market, and him not wanting to commit any more than necessary till he can be certain of something, right?
Yeah,
the thing he wants to be certain of
is not the other 2 options. Then we're gonna have to freaking set the market. You're absolutely right.
Well, but here's the deal: the thing he wants to be certain of is that this year isn't his last. That's it. And to me, there's only one thing that can prevent him from doing as many other good stuff as he can do to counterbalance the bad, and that's signing this contract. Now, I'm not saying that he won't, because he might be willing to put everything on it, but we don't know.
I completely forgot about that, man. We got 2 options, but the other option is setting the market.
I'm getting yelled at. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, Ali, you've been gone for a minute, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got work and stuff changed during the summer and stuff, and during the off season and stuff, and I'm now slowly working my way back.
That's good, man. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you back.
I've actually been listening. Even though I haven't been on lately, I've been listening and paying attention and whatnot. So I've been keeping up with stuff.
Hey,
so, what do you think so far?
What's going on? Hey, what you think of the interview today?
Shake Money. That interview, bro. I'm telling you, Mike is always gold, bro. That's why I wanted to ask you guys, bro. I mean, I forgot the name that he mentioned when he brought that. Bro, I did not think I'm just losing my train of thought right now because I didn't think I was going to hear what I heard on Shake's show earlier on the Blender. Like, Stephen Ross always had a backup plan for this team, and I think we already have a new owner set in place, guys.
Well, that doesn't. Listen, it doesn't mean that Chris Greer isn't a part of that new ownership plan. You know? And think what is it? It's supposed to be Stephen Ross's daughter, right?
No, it's this guy named, I forgot what he said his name though. He's
bro. We have a
wasn't that the guy? Wasn't that the guy they had in place already? And then the whole scandal went down.
It's another dude. Another dude, bro. It's either a Euro guy who's got money or a local guy, but he's got more money than Ross.
Griffin, Ken Griffin.
Oh,
Ken Griffin.
Is that the guy's name? Ken Griffin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Ken Griffin makes Stephen Ross look like chump change when the amount of money he has 10 times the amount of money than Stephen Ross does.
Great, can't wait for that. Can't wait for that new owner fucking smell around here. You know what that means?
Here's the other thing.
What that shit means,
but here's
right?
the difference, though. Here's the difference. Ken Griffin is actually Florida born and raised, 100%.
I'm not saying he couldn't be a better
all
owner.
I'm saying is that he's a little bit more down with the culture we got down here than being a New York Wall Street kind of guy. And his company is basing itself out of Miami as well.
You know what, though, Ali? He's richer than Stephen Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Then I call bullshit on everything you just said. Whether you believe that or not, I call bullshit because there ain't nobody that's that rich that's down for the culture. Okay, those guys are full of shit. They can all suck.
What I'm saying is, all I'm saying is he's a little bit more understanding. Is what I'm trying to say. The guy went to I forget which high school is, but some of the people here in the community went to high school with the guy.
Okay. Before Denver,
how do you make all his money?
David Tepper was the richest, and look how good that's doing for Carolina.
How do you make his money?
How do you,
trust
I forget what company he owns.
Trust funds?
No, I don't think he made his trust fund. I don't think he's a trust fund kid. I don't think it's that. Here, let me look it up. I'll tell you in a minute. I had this looked up like a couple months back because we had a whole show about it. 1 second.
What's that guy name again?
Okay, come here. Hold on a second. My niece wants to come up and say hi. Come here. Okay, come. Max, move, stupid. See? Hi. There you are. Leave the camera right there.
Hi.
This is my
Hello, children.
All right, go see yourself on TV now.
What's the guy name again? Y'all talking about?
Bye, baby. I love you.
The guy's name is Ken Griffin.
Not Ken Griffey. Jr.
I said Ken Griffin is what I said.
I know. I heard you. I was saying that. No, it's not him.
Oh, okay. You're making. Okay, I got you.
I would say this, right? Sure. Oh, buddy, great. But here's the thing I do know about new owners in the NFL. Okay, is that they don't know how it works being a new owner in the NFL. And that means you get taken advantage of by the good old boys club, whether it's bad trades, bad management, bad whatever. That's how it goes. And look at any new owner with the picks they make, the trades they do, the way their team comes out, the whole deal. Carolina is a perfect example for what they've gone through. It's a perfect example because the latest. Watch the Commanders, or look at. I'll give you another example.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the fucking the whatever the Walmart family in fucking Denver and how their whole shit is. They're paying the most expensive fucking coach. They paid the most expensive quarterback. Now the fucking quarterback's out the fucking door. You see what I'm saying? Like they're just run like shit. And they never get stability and can be a team that has longevity. The franchises that seem to always have that longevity are the ones that have been here since the jump, and they still own it in their family, and they're the ones who control this fucking league.
So check this out.
Even though the new owners that's here is 10,000 times worth more than this owner, it don't matter because this is a good old boys club up in this bitch.
So Ken Griffin went to Boca Raton Community High School. All right. Where he was the president of the math club. Check this out. Where he was the president of the math club in high school.
Nerd.
He ran
Continue.
he ran a discount mail order education software firm in high school out of his bedroom, making money. That's how he started making his money, bro.
I thought you were gonna say he ordered he ran a mail order.
No,
yeah,
I'm just
that's
thinking
really
it's
what was
funny.
going on,
That's
Shake.
all.
He sounds like he and P Diddy were real close. Continue.
Damn. Maybe he's friends with Jay-Z. If anybody can find him nowadays. Damn.
They call him KG, right? Because Ken Griffey, that's who he is.
JG.
Continue.
God,
I don't like this guy already.
But anyway, he eventually he got into Harvard. He went to Harvard College.
Dork.
Not Harvard University, but actually Harvard University. That is where he went to.
That job you said he was doing out of his home or whatever when he was young or whatever. You know what that is? That's back in the day when everybody was setting up those Joomla-based drop shipping sites where everybody was selling the same crap. You know, and they weren't having to do none of the inventory or nothing like that. Like it does it all for you and shit.
Yeah, they call them pop-ups.
He was a teenager or whatever, or young adult. Like
he essentially committed tax evasion in his college days, in high school days. That's what it sounds like to me. This son of a bitch ain't paying his motherfucking taxes, little Boca Rich boy. Mo, you know the type. You down in South Florida from the hood.
Ground level of that shit, and like before, and then nobody else made money off it, but like 5 people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. All I'm saying is that the guy started making money at an early age, went to a big school, and he's worked for several Fortune 500 companies, and now he's worth like billions. And that's all I'm saying. So
Mo, you were gonna comment. You know what they're like. You know who I'm talking about. I know who this guy is. I can't hear Mo. Can you guys hear him?
No, I can't hear him either.
He's like discount Mark Zuckerberg.
Well, he's worth 20 billion plus. Is what he's currently.
Mark Zuckerberg is discount him then. Damn.
Yeah, his current company basically gets a share of every single stock sold. Almost every single stock sold.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right, my bad. I said you can tell when you live in South Florida, you can tell who is who in different counties. Like you can, everybody has their certain vibe and certain appearance.
Yeah, I know a little Boca Rich kid who's fucking got his thing. Yeah, he made it rich with his little pop-ups. Nah, fuck you, dog. I know how he made it rich. I've hung out with these kids. I went to the rich kid high school, even though I was poor as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I know these little pricks are. They're not bad people. They just think that they came up from the fucking streets when that ain't the fucking deal. You ain't got just because you lived in Palm Beach County don't mean you were Palm Beach. Fuck you.
It's like a 90210.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they got fucking. Here's the thing, right? For y'all that, and this is why Palm Beach County is such an interesting thing, because it's a melting pot of all the world's universes intersecting. From being a fucking immigrant that has nothing because they just came to this country, to being a full blown fucking lived in this town, grew up in this town, redneck for 1,000 million years. To the richest, most rich people that every 3 months they're taking an international flight to somewhere new, are all living in the same place and all their universes touch. And when you get inside that other universe and see how other people live, y'all ain't got a motherfucking idea. Not even close. Not even.
And you know what's funny?
Imagine being a 15-year-old kid with an unlimited credit card in your possession. None of y'all here even got an unlimited credit card. A 14-year-old kid got an unlimited credit card that can unlimitedly spend on it within reason. Now, if you put a $10,000 charge, it would go through, but somebody'd be like, yo, what the fuck? And it ain't your dad calling. It's some assistant that works for your fucking dad calling you to say, what the hell was this about? You can say, fuck you, bitch, and fucking hang up the phone, and she will never say it to your dad because she don't want to get fired. See what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole different fucking universe.
Have you ever held
I remember I went to do a project with a kid, me and another girl who comes from the same kind of life I do. I mean, my dad was a carpenter and her dad was a furniture mover. And we're going to this school and we go to this kid's house and he's so fucking we would have never, how he acted and how he was would have never gave you the indication that he was this fucking rich. We went and fucking to eat at a marina down in Palm Beach Island. I'm talking now. This is 2000s, like 2002, 2001. A fucking cheeseburger was like $25.
Sounds like Chuck and Harold's.
Like a $25 fucking cheeseburger. And me and her are like, yo, we didn't bring money for $25. He's like, don't worry about it. They're gonna charge it to my account.
Money?
This motherfucker got an account there.
Hey, bring over some money, bitch. Yeah.
He had an account there. He fucking charged it to his account. It was like the marina had an access to his family account, like as if it's a hotel.
God
And
damn.
fuck, back then, I didn't even stay in hotels that you could fucking do that with, so I ain't never heard of it.
Hey,
See what I'm saying?
Was that on Singer Island?
Think
or
about this.
Island
Back
of
then,
Palm
25.
It was on
can you
Palm
imagine-
Beach Island.
Right.
And think about
So
this.
it was over
Back
there
then,
by
you
the
know,
Publix and that
you know how
little
much
shit.
No,
$25
no,
for
it was a
cheeseburger is
private
today,
marina
Mark?
on the island, Color.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't even know there was a fucking restaurant there.
Right,
But
right.
I'm just saying though, $25 in today's market. Can you imagine how much that is now?
Oh, I would say that burger's all of $60.
Oh yeah, easy.
Easy,
Bro,
all
I
of
just spent
$60.
$25 at Taco Bell the other night, man.
It's all of a $60 burger. Just the burger, not the fries, not the Coke. I know when we left there, 3 kids, it was like $120 after the tip, and this is in 2000.
Oh, it probably
2002.
cost me $5 to feed my dog every night.
That right now, if I went there and brought my 2 kids and ate there, it would cost us $200.
What you doing? Feeding your dog steaks?
Bro, them cans of dog food are $3.59, bro.
What I'm saying is that
cat food is real cheap.
From the bottom to the top type of thing with the rich guy, Ali, that might buy the team. Again, I'm not saying he isn't an empathetic person and doesn't understand the plight of the regular folk. And I'm not saying that rich people don't do that, but they've never in their whole existence ever knew what it was like to be at a grocery store trying to fucking figure out how to buy groceries to make it through the week.
I hear what you're saying. What I was
You know what I'm
just
saying?
trying, the correlation I want to, before it gets lost, the only
need
thing
to
I
go to
was just
Aldi's.
trying to say was that I would rather trust someone that's actually from our state than someone
That
that's
I
not
can
from
get you.
Florida at all. That's
Well,
what I was
yeah.
talking about.
I would agree with you in that sentiment, and I would say this,
Money,
Ali,
the money
if
he
you-
has
if
and the
you-
life he lived, I wasn't talking about that at all. So
if
go
you
ahead.
wanted
Go
to,
ahead.
if you wanted to rank Stephen Ross's important stuff, his shit in New York, and more importantly in Detroit and Michigan, are way above the list than what he's got going on here in Miami and the Miami Dolphins. That's a fact. That's a
But
fact.
you gotta realize too that
His
Stephen
parties.
Ross, he grew up in South Florida. He was raised,
Dude,
he
that
also,
is-
you know,
listen,
he has
that-
ties in South Florida as well.
He does, but I call bullshit on all that, right? These guys fucking, he's got roots in New York. He's got roots in fucking Michigan. He's got roots in Florida. No, motherfucker, you could claim one. That's why they're called fucking roots. Your roots don't spread across the entire nation. That's bullshit. Yes, it can, but fuck you. No, where's your home
You got to
at?
eventually make one your primary.
If I
residence.
leave Florida, ladies and gentlemen, it's because I'm leaving this country and I ain't going nowhere, right? Like, this is my motherfucking roots. I don't know how to be anybody else. You know what I'm saying? This is it. Then that's how it go, right? You can't.
Well, all right. I'll give you a good example. Like, you grew up in Palm Beach, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you had if you somebody offered you a business in Fort Myers, you'd be like, yeah, I kind of know that town, you know, the Cape Coral area. So
For sure. Yeah.
you know, you have kind of like cemented yourself in that area as well. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
So I mean,
I got you, but that's still in my same state though. Like, and I'm not saying like, okay, I've had family in New York most of my life. I could have lived in New York at any point in my life.
Yeah, I mean, you are right.
My white ass ain't moving up to freeze it off in New York for any motherfucking reason. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't happening.
I mean, you are right about the roots.
12 years in Missouri, man, and you know
Yeah,
what?
Color went to Missouri. What happened, Color? He
I
came
might
running
be a
the fuck back to
Cardinals
Florida.
fan. I might be a Cardinals fan, but after living there for 12 years, there's one thing I'm not, and I'm not Missouri. That's bottom line, man.
Exactly.
I mean, you are right about Stephen Ross and the whole Michigan thing. He's actually from and born in Detroit, bro. He was born in Detroit, so his roots
I
are
got
there.
you. And he went to
So-
school there, and he went to fucking here. Again,
Yeah.
I get it, right? I get why if I was so rich, I could fly my private jet to all the places that I love and make impacts in those
Yeah.
places. But again, they're on another fucking level, and that thinking dictates that. And I understand it. It's why people who can be in multiple places and maybe adapt mildly to the way of thinking in that place to understand them still doesn't understand anyone. They don't, because they're not South Florida. He's not New York's. He's not Detroit's. He's a fucking everyman that moves around, and it's like a what do they say? Fuck, master, jack of all trades, master of none. Yeah. So, and that's cool, right? That's fine. And you know what? He's figured a way to be a middleman and fuck over enough people to get far enough. I'm sorry, you don't get that rich without fucking everybody over. It's all it is. That's it. That's it. I don't give a fuck. It's the only way. So
yeah, he's got more loyalty to the state of Michigan.
That ain't no lie. I mean, they're rebuilding the whole state. They have been. They ran it into the ground.
His college team won a championship before his pro team did. I'm just saying.
They ran it into the ground.
Yeah, they did.
His college team. Just to give you guys some upcoming info. Don't hold your breath if they get to hold on to that. By the way.
Of course,
there's some things I'm hearing coming down the pipeline that's going to shock people. So
listen, they're talking about Michigan losing their fucking deal because all that shit ain't happening, bro.
I don't know, bro. It's right now. There's some court hearings going on. You'd be really surprised.
Ali,
that's all I'm saying.
They're going to keep it. I never for a moment thought
the punishment came before they won.
It doesn't even matter. It don't even matter. None of that shit matters.
All right, we'll see.
It really doesn't.
We'll see.
Right.
It doesn't. All that is fodder and bullshit. That's it. They're gonna keep the trophy. Right. They're not gonna take it from them at all.
We will see.
They've never planned on it.
Yeah,
they just gave them something to talk about.
Yeah, they was punished like throughout the season, right?
They were going to
they were not punished by the end of the season. In fact, what they did is someone provided the evidence to the University of Michigan what they had, and they decided, okay, well, we'll go ahead and suspend him, right? But now there's another law, another ruling that's going to happen soon, because they just provided all this new evidence, and that's why people are speculating that they could lose.
They won't lose the championship. Some people might get charged. Some people might get fired. Some people might have to pay fines. They won't take the championship away. That just won't happen.
We'll see.
When's the last time someone had a championship taken away?
When was the last time did you have a team that actually got caught cheating and messed with the integrity of the game?
Okay, exactly.
Never happened before. So you can't. There's no precedent that it will or will not be taken.
If they did that, then every other fucking year they would be taking away their shit. Every fucking Alabama, every LSU, every Texas, every fucking Notre Dame. I mean, come on, bro. These motherfuckers are cheaters. They cheat.
I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. They're all cheaters. They're
definitely cheaters. Before this NIL shit, it was who was paying who the most money to what fucking family member to get their star athlete in my school. Everybody knew it. Everybody said it. And you know what? In 30 years from now, when people talk about it and it's open knowledge,
that's two different issues, though, El Cap. You can't correlate both the same. That's two different things. It's one thing paying someone to actually play for your team, but the fact that they're being given the plays, that's a bigger issue, bro.
Sure,
I'm sorry.
I agree. Yep, they were thieving the plays, but they didn't take it from the Patriots. They're not going to take it from the fucking Wolverines.
All right, well,
it's funny you say that, Ali, because I agree with you. There's only, other than the paying players and all that, which everybody's guilty of. Other than that,
you guys are talking about justice.
Okay, but put that.
There's no justice up in this bitch. It's a private industry.
Hold
on. Let him land. Let him land.
You're gonna like this, Cap. Don't worry. So I do agree with you, Ali, because if you put aside the paying for players, right? If we say, okay, everybody does that, put that aside. I've only ever known 2 colleges to be guilty of cheating.
Okay, and I know what you're probably going to say. You're going to say Ohio State did it.
State. So I don't know.
The referees made the call, bro. It's not. What proof do you have that we knew the play? What proof do you have?
Oh, I have proof that you paid the refs off.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, it's right there in black. It's right there on video.
Oh, okay. So you have videotape of us paying the refs.
I have video.
Pretty much.
I mean, what's the other explanation? They just loved you all that
I'm having a serious conversation. This guy's trying to joke.
Here's the thing, though, Ali. Let's not act like cheating don't happen.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but
where get away with it, bro?
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, right? I think it's one thing when you're cheating, kind of like what the Patriots did. That's one thing, and technically, I think that Deflategate. I think that Deflategate was the biggest out of the two times they got caught. Right,
it was made into the biggest ordeal. That's for sure. I doubt it was the least of the cheating to me. That was the least cheating they've ever done, but it was the biggest deal made. And why? To that exact point,
it was
though,
a video
Ali,
film. The one.
Hold on. To that exact point, the NFL made the biggest deal out of the least amount of cheating and covered up the biggest amount of cheating. Really.
My point is,
that's what they did.
You got
and that's what they will always do, because let's remember who controls it. They govern themselves. So if they're governing themselves, they're gonna. If one amongst them is taking an edge and cheating while the rest are all doing it, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't, because they're not gonna They're not gonna slap the wrist of their. They're not gonna slap their own wrist for stealing out of their own cookie jar.
Just hear me out for a second, please. Let me just explain this real quick. It's one thing to do it the way they did it, right? But what other team, or whenever you ever heard of a team going out of their way to decipher other teams' play calls to the point that they know every single play before it even happens?
Ali,
do you understand? That's never happened before.
That was
I'm not
Spygate.
saying the publicity part
Not the
is
Playgate.
groundbreaking. I'm just saying that it's the new groundbreaking thing, because the last scandal was the new groundbreaking thing, and the last one was the new groundbreaking thing, and the last
at this point, it's no longer a sport. It's no longer a sport, bro.
There you go. Now you understand my point.
None of it is. If that's the case,
everything life is a pageant,
and that's why they
everybody's in the fucking pageantry,
and that's why they need to slam the hammer down on that team up north because of that.
Nope, because they're gonna slide it under the rug to be nothing again, just like everything else. You're talking about fair and justice, and ain't shit about fair or justice when the ones that are distributing the pay, the judgments and the punishments are to the ones just being judged and punished. It's governed by themselves. There's no third party. And here's the real fucking thing, and I'm gonna go off on a little tangent here. It used to be the government that we could be to regulate this shit. Well, that shit has been gone my entire life. So I don't know when the fuck the government got corrupted, but I've only known corrupt government.
1915, roughly.
Yeah, right when it became a world system more than an American system.
Woodrow Wilson, if you want to put it at a presidential point.
Thank you, Color, because you know what I'm talking
about.
No,
it's more 1776.
Maybe. If you want to go back to that too, Crypto, we could, because you're right. He's not wrong, because the British could have listen.
You motherfucker.
Listen, the British, although America was winning in a ground war, the British could have sent enough to stop and take back the colonies. It's facts. Their army was more, and they were better equipped and had multiple nations they could use to fund and feed and arm to defeat us. They didn't, and they didn't because of agricultural. They didn't because of agricultural reasons, and I'm not going to go into all that.
Because Ben Franklin was banging all the French girls in the French court.
Hey, Color. Let me ask you guys a question, man. Are they doing away with all the Woodrow Wilson named high schools, bro?
I don't know, but they should.
No, they love him.
No,
they fucking love him, Fred. They fucking love Woodrow Wilson.
No, I don't know, Cat, man. They did my high school that way, man. Saying what the guy was about, man. So they just gave the high school a whole different.
Well, here's the thing, right? You live long enough.
Not
you live long enough. It's one or two ways, right? You either make it to the end and no one finds out you're dirt, or you live long enough to see you not only become the hero but become the villain, right? In these idols of the world, whether the leaders, and for those that they build statues to, whether they were good, bad, or whatever, because of how human culture changes, all statues must come down. All of them always will. The Romans did it. The Egyptians did it. All that shit was torn the fuck down by somebody else. And it was because those things that those people did are now viewed as evil.
They want to be erased from history.
They just did.
But at some point during the Enlightenment, I thought we all agreed that doing that was
to me, I always think it's a biblical
thing to do for your culture.
To me, I always wonder if it's more of like a biblical thing, right? Because all other idols,
exactly, all idols are false. You can't.
That's right, Crypto. And through the test of time, it's at least been true. Because whether someone was an idol and beloved, they will be torn the fuck down by the youth at some point.
Preceded all that anyway.
Moses would have did the same thing. He came down with the tablets.
Face of the last pharaoh long before all that existed.
Again, but it was never thought to be said in that manner, Color, and it's only been true since being said.
The point was still the same.
The profound statement said over 2,000 years ago still runs true, and that's pretty fucking smart considering people aren't as smart as they are. We're smarter now than we used to be. Well, I don't know if we're probably not capable of more.
Well, Moses was on to something.
He was certainly on to some shit, right? He certainly was on.
He was on a burning bush.
Oh shit! That bitch was burning the bush. What's up?
Yeah, what a coincidence that the bush was burning. And he had a vision. You know what I mean? Like, really, what kind of bush was it?
Again, right? You know, and so when us as a species or a people or a culture or anything you want to label it as, expect the right thing to happen because of what justice really looks like, that's only because we again are in a universe beneath theirs, and it's the biggest of the universes as the regular folk, the regular people. The problem is that whether or not we know we're in this universe or not, whenever people get to another ilk where they're gonna be able to get into that other universe, they shit on the one beneath them. They shit on even though really they're not at the top universe where they really view themselves as. They know that they're not at the bottom, and so they shit rolls downhill. Even though that one thing affects the lot of us beneath it because they're at a different universe. People are like always, I don't know, they're cynical in that way. Well, at least I'm not this bad. When really, until people can unify enough. And they have in small groups. Look at New York when they fucking, the 5 boroughs were tired of all the oppression and they fucking went and threw the people from their ivory towers. It happens in history. The rich get outed eventually on there. It hits the ground. It hits it. The problem is now that because we have communication and travel in such a way, the rich are able to slide the fuck up out of this bitch when Rome is burning, right? And they're able to continue to do what they do until humanity, as a real people of regular folk at large, unify into just simple facts. Doesn't have to be a religion or a law. It's just what's right and wrong. Everybody know what you're born with a conscience. Laws of the universe.
Well, it is
There's laws of the universe, and until they can accept those things and enforce them as people at large, and that means something like this: the security guy for Puffy, who's protecting him, getting paid lots of money, got to know that some sick shit's going on and got to be the one to say it to the regular folk. And yeah, you Puffy gets arrested, he goes to jail, but the judge is crooked, the jailer's crooked, the fucking lawyer's crooked. Well, then you know what? Maybe it's time to do something else, right? Maybe it's time to say, fuck all these motherfuckers. And you're gonna do it or we're gonna lynch you in the streets. That's how shit really gets done, because that's where it ends up once people have enough. Just saying, once people have enough, that's where it ends up.
So apparently El Capitan was paying attention during Gangs of New York.
Absolutely, I was, Color. Absolutely. I knew that before, but Gangs of New York does a really great animation of really how it went down. You know, these people just came and went uptown. They just went uptown and said, "Fuck all y'all."
I watched Kings of New York.
No, Gangs of New York. That's with Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's right.
Oh, that one.
Daniel Day-Lewis, man.
Yep. The people, the common folk that have had enough. You can only push down the masses so much before they pop back.
Gangs of New York. How about Colors, bro?
Fucking love Colors, dog.
Pac-Man.
You got the juice now.
Everybody loves Colors.
Colors. Fucking Sean Penn.
Warriors.
Robert Duvall and Sean Penn. Oh, Warriors is a good one too.
Yeah.
Come out and play.
I like Warriors because it's dystopian. I like dystopian, futuristic, sci-fi type shit like that. That's pretty dope. Non-fiction, dystopian futures.
They killed Cyrus.
Yeah. Can you dig it?
I rather like Dead Presidents, man. I thought that was a great flick.
Dead Presidents is a great movie too. What you mean?
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Love that movie.
Ren State.
When they're dying over in the alleyway like that, all shot the fuck up. That shit was intense.
Yeah. American Me, cat. American Me, bro.
American Me.
You know what? You know what? That's what the
That's right.
But you know what stood out to me in that movie, Dead Presidents, was the fact when he got sentenced. He goes, "Are you gonna do this to me after all I did for this country?"
Yeah, shit, yeah.
Exactly. Like
that was one of the scenes.
And the irony of it is the things he did for the country were far worse than what he was getting convicted for.
Yeah.
You know, coming back from Vietnam.
I know J.R. Black. I know they're different fucking movies. Be quiet. Fucking just because I got it confused for a half a second. I forgot the one Juice was where he's got the gat and shit and everything. I got that. And then fucking Colors was the one in L.A. with fucking Sean Penn and Robert Duvall. Fucking chill out, JR, trying to fucking hammer me. I know my movies, bitch. Shut the fuck up, JR, you fucker.
What he does, man. He's our
he's fucking trolling the shit out of me in chat right now.
He's the tailgate official ex-checker.
IMDb.
You guys want to talk about a serious movie about serious things that could happen based on the political avenues? There's that movie Civil War that's coming out. I've been hearing stuff about.
What was the name of that movie that they just had come out on Netflix not too long ago, where all the power grid goes down?
100.
This was a movie. It just came out. It's a movie. It's got it's those two different families in a house. It's the white family and the black family, and they're in the house, and the fucking Teslas are running out of control, and like there's flyers dropping from the sky and shit, and people are saying it's this. What's the name of that fucking movie? It won 1 million fucking awards when it came out. Everybody was talking about the bitch.
My wife says she knows what movie you're talking about, but she can't think of it.
I can't think of the name. It's like a long fucking sentence. Oh, look, The World Left Behind. Thank you, J.R. Black. The World Left Behind.
Hey, by the way, you know,
first of all, stupidest fucking name and stupidest fucking movie. And yeah,
now
DP, I know it was
Left Behind, like Tim LaHaye, Jerry Jenkins series,
or Leave the World Behind, or World Left Behind.
A bunch of awards if nobody's heard of it.
First of all, and this is true. Different. It was a movie produced by the Obamas.
Oh, that's why.
Oh my God, are you serious?
And it's a movie. It's just listen. It's an apocalyptic movie, and it's just like fucking odd. This family's on vacation. They're renting a fucking house. The people own the house come there. They're African American. There's this undertone of racism because they didn't think that he was the owner of the house, that a black man could be that rich, and they get offended. It's fucking stupid as fuck. And then like the world's falling apart down there. They try to leave in their car, and all these Teslas are piled up because their computer program is hacked, and there's fucking notes falling from planes in the sky, basically saying that, oh, this is a cyber attack from Russia, and then people in California are hearing that it's a cyber attack from China, and people in Florida are hearing that it's a cyber attack from Cuba or some bullshit, right? And it's creating a doomsday scenario, and then the guy who is the owner of the house, the black dude, who's like some super scientist something or whatever, he talks about some plan called like Black Swan or some bullshit like that. And it's essentially you can topple an entire nation without a shot being fired by doing these things and creating a chaos scenario where the people and military at large will destroy each other because of just how chaotic it can become. To me, that movie is supremely fucking threatening, right? It's a threatening ass movie to even make, say, and do from a political side of things, right? Like, why would the Obamas make this fucking movie?
Did they really make the movie? That's what I meant to ask you. Like, did they really do that?
They really produced that movie.
I'll say this much: Netflix was already ahead of everybody. Netflix is already ahead of everybody on the possibility that could happen. It's called The Designated Survivor.
Well, that was not on Netflix originally. That was originally on public broadcasting. But
that can actually happen, and it's.
I'm not saying you know what everything. Even you know what zombies can take over the world. That could actually happen too. Apparently, I guess I don't know. Again, I'm not saying these aren't. I'm not saying these doomsday scenarios aren't possible. I just find it very odd that it was very.
But to you also have to think this is not the first time that someone's actually done this, El Cap. If you remember, there was a classic movie with Patrick Swayze way back in the day that they made, and they made a remake of it at the same time that we were having problems with Korea.
That's Red Dawn, bro. That's one of the greatest.
The remake was actually released around the same time we were currently having relation issues with Korea in that region. So. It's
you said Designated Survivor was made without.
I thought that they changed it to the Koreans.
What's his name?
It would upset the Chinese.
I don't know why they changed it to Koreans, but however,
the Netflix series is by
Korea at that time. With North
the original Red Dawn.
Here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages.
We still have problems with them.
I'm not saying the movie shouldn't exist, right? Not saying these, end of the world apocalyptic movies have been coming around even since fucking Red Dawn. But if you remember when Red Dawn was made and all that shit, again, it's a propaganda piece, right? The original Red Dawn. People were actually scared of the fucking Russians and the Red War and the Cubans.
War propaganda
it's propaganda pieces, and I don't like them. I think they're fucking very
I'm in
threatening.
Ground Zero for
and here's the deal: I
Survivor.
find them to be very threatening. I find them to be very with their political undertones, and I find them disgusting that they're doing that. Because to me, is that a fucking threat that if shit don't go, that y'all can do this? Because
no. Red Dawn was more like a nationalist American.
That I could, that's why I like Red Dawn for sure. People got invaded, and what they do, they band together as Americans to fight back. No, people, we take away your fucking power and ability to call each other, and your fucking rich guy, fucking electric driving, self-driving bullshit ass cars don't run no fucking more. So now we're gonna kill each other. Go fuck yourself in your bullshit ass fucking movie with your shit.
You're off target a little bit. What it actually is now we're all going to worry about whether the communists are upset because we call the Cincinnati Reds the Cincinnati Reds.
I don't give a fuck about that. They can suck a dick with what I'll call my shit. I don't like when they take sports teams' names away too. They can fuck off. All this new bullshit is exactly that. Bullshit. Distractions, people. Y'all are getting distracted, and it's listen. If I'm one rich person and the king of all these people, how do I prevent 10 of them from coming in here and smoking me and saying fuck you and taking all my shit? I keep them fighting amongst each other. And as long as they're going to keep doing that with their bullshit ass thing,
that's the only way out.
It's the only well, fuck it.
If you own anything without Brown, it's going to be confiscated.
See,
Or
that's
why
the
you
thing,
think
bro.
we are now
Like, what
requiring-
happened to Americans? Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
You need
What-
to own everything beneath
Why
the
do you think
surface.
we are now mandating that the Chinese sell their product to an American company?
I don't give a fuck about none of that either, Color. I don't give a fuck about none of that either.
Why? Because they're sowing all kinds of discord in our society through that shit.
First of all the discord showing from China, China don't threaten me. It really doesn't. It doesn't threaten me.
They already going to be the number one superpower.
Listen, if there's any society that eats its own in a way, it's going to be China if the fucking lights go off.
Having
Okay?
more babies would be just enough.
I don't give a fuck. They've been having more babies forever, Crypto. Who gives a shit?
I'm just saying, they're going to have like 8 billion people on the planet. And it won't matter.
It is not a free speech issue
They doing
because
a lot of fucking
we
in
are
China.
only required to be owned by an American company. We're not saying they can't do their thing. We're saying they have to be owned by Americans. That's not a free speech issue.
Color, I don't give a fuck about that. That's my point. I get what you're saying. I don't care. That ain't what's doing it. What's doing it is
China's
the
playing
haves,
the long game.
the haves
They'll set
over
up
the
shop in
have-nots.
2050. They don't
That's
need
what's
it in
doing it.
2024.
Because guess what? Lights go off. Lights go off. Bullshit don't work no more. It ain't affecting them. They'll leave. They go to somewhere. They say don't drive and have gas and whatever. Yet these motherfuckers got tankers hidden.
Yeah, you know where it's at too. It's in the mountains in Wyoming, bro.
The fuck are you talking about, Color?
I'm dead serious, dude.
What are you talking about?
No, these are
So
bunkers.
I was on this river guide tour, right? And
That's Cheyenne Mountain.
We were floating down, I think, the Snake River in Wyoming through the Grand Tetons, right? And we off on the right, there was like a bunch of hillsides and mountainsides with these little freaking cottages dotting the freaking mountainsides. And the guide says, "Look over there. You see all those little houses?" He said, "Those are all senators' houses." I'm like, and he's like, he didn't say congressman. He said senators exclusively.
Yeah, exactly, Color. And guess
and
what?
all I could picture was like, you know, back at the time, the two big leaders on each side were Harry Reid and like John McCain or somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so all I could picture was like Harry Reid out on his porch on a Sunday and John McCain out on his porch, and they're separated by a big valley. And we're all dead because of the apocalypse, and they're all fucking, "Hey, John, how's it going? Oh, hey, Harry, how's it going?" And they're all just living their lives. You know what I mean?
You guys, I'm sure you guys have seen like whatchamacallit, right? Walking Dead, right? You guys have seen Walking Dead?
Yeah, I hate zombie movies, but yeah,
I love zombie shit personally.
Yeah, I hate zombies.
But
it has like have no meaning.
I like to play.
yeah, I like them. I think they're fun, right? I think they're fun.
But guess
But
what
like,
happens?
so
You're really close by to there.
so hold up, real quick.
Close by is NORAD.
Here,
Really
real quick.
close.
I got it, Color. We get it. I'm saying this though. In that show, these motherfuckers are literally on the road walking. Everything's a destructive thing. They stroll up on this one place that's got walls, and they go inside, and they got motherfucking power, hot water, gas stoves. They're living like a fucking a dream over here in their little bubble, and that's what the fucking have-nots can always have.
Oh, well, that's
when they decide to reset the
3%
bullshit
on Netflix.
Huh?
It's kind of set up that way. Only a few 3% go live on the outer world.
That's okay. I know of a whole
You
bunch
got
of empty
contest,
places.
you know.
Again,
Don't worry,
here's the
y'all.
deal, right?
Follow me.
The only
But real quick, but you know, one of the movies that I'm seeing happen, I watched a long time ago, and unfortunately, I see it coming to fruition. Idiocracy.
Oh yeah, well there you go.
We're already there, bro. We're already there.
The state, the enemy of the state is coming to true with the
look,
technology.
Idiocracy.
GPS.
Idiocracy is absolutely the future. This dystopian future that they're creating, because you could go to metropolitan cities and fucking just see the idiots with their fucking camera sticks in some fucking stupid outfit dancing on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like that's embarrassing as an American, and as and I get it, right? Like I watched the fucking video of somebody in the middle of the street doing some dumb shit like the rest of us because it's on my feed. But as an algorithm, the algorithm ain't pushing this channel. It ain't pushing none of this Dolphins content, but I know exactly what I could come up on here and do to get fucking YouTube famous with a quickness. I could be a fucking scumbag douchebag like the rest of them, right?
Well,
right?
you need to spend time with Michael K.
No,
People, citizens of Buffalo.
Hey, Cat. Hey, check it out, Cat. Maybe I could.
Michael K.
What up? Hold on. Go ahead, Fred. Go ahead, Fred.
Can you see this? Can you see this Cat coming this? You see this coming this year, Cat? Fucking game, one of our fucking games, man. An important game gets decided by the fucking hip drop tackle, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody getting hit with that, Fred.
And they'll get rid of it.
Do you see what happened for us? Do you see what happening for us this year, Cat? Man, I mean, I know you don't.
But 15-yard penalty.
Fred, it's gonna be
ejection.
It's gonna be a 3rd
What's the
and
penalty?
10. It's gonna be a 3rd and 10 on an 8-yard, 9-yard pass that gives a hip drop penalty that puts somebody now in field goal position to win a game. And when I see it, listen, when I see it in the playoffs, I'm gonna hit the table with a smile. Hit the table with a smile, not to us, but when it's just seen, because to me it's just one more have-nots over control over shit. That's all this shit is, dog. It's hard. It's hard. It'll discourage you.
This is just like when they made the rule about how you can tackle the quarterback and how you land on them. If you guys remember when they put that rule out, there was flags being thrown all over the place every game.
Well, yeah, you'll see.
And
a
then
lot
they
of it
started
early in the
moving
season.
back away from it slowly. That's exactly what's
You'll
going to happen.
You'll see a lot of it early in the season, and then
Cap,
it'll
you don't
kind of
think
die
the Dolphins
off.
going to benefit from this rule?
They'll do it a lot early in the season, then they'll reel it back,
I don't know.
and then in those
Maybe I'm being
final
cynical.
4 games, it'll rear its ugly head, screwing people out of the playoffs.
Yep.
And
100%.
then in the playoffs, it'll fuck teams up big time.
Yep. That's exactly what's going to happen.
That's what will happen.
And it's funny to me. It's funny to me that players are begging for grass fields over the hip toss
And they're
tackle.
only going to more turf fields, bro.
Yeah,
So-
I know, it's so messed up.
They're only going, and you know what? They're fine. Listen, they're fine with it because
No, it's that next
they
turf.
don't
It's not
listen.
actual turf.
These owners and players or owners and shit like that. Now, granted, they care about the products they're paying because that's what these are. They're products to them. But also,
I got an eerie feeling.
that's a
this
good
kickoff
way.
rule and
They
this
have
drop
enough.
tackle
Listen, when you're a gajillionaire, you are a forward thinker. You're not thinking about today. You're thinking about next year. And those guys know that their only goal, they're gluttons, bro. They're greed gluttons. They want to own it all.
They want
to
scoring,
have
they want
everything.
speed.
I mean, bro, just think about it real quick to everybody on this fucking thing. $10 million fucking dollars would give you the life and the travel and the fucking boat and the house and you and your family, anything and everything you could probably want. Yeah, could you burn through it? Sure. But wouldn't it be content? That would never be enough for someone with this type of megalomania in them because they've got billions and it still ain't enough. It still ain't enough. Every person here as a kid growing up said, if I ever got enough money, I would like to, buy a big piece of land and get all the dogs out of the fucking that need to be adopted or some shit like that. I would like to do this. I would like to do that. And usually it comes to, I always wish I had enough money to give enough away to help somebody else. That's in our nature, right? But it's not in the nature of those who have the money because it was never in the nature of them. They want to have something that's yours in their possession. That's what they really want. They want you to give your shit to other people to help because they're gonna say, "Yeah, I need your help, bro." So they can take and have. They're the fucking thieves of humanity, and they always rise to the top because you know what? If you were so fucking rich, the guy that's worth $25 million or $25 billion that might buy the Dolphins, if he fucking cared about the people of Florida so much, why don't he give me a fucking $1 million? You got it to spare, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you? If he gave it to not just me, if he just gave it to fucking anybody, I would be impressed. But nobody getting shit. Don't tell me this. I fucking hate all these
on
pricks.
something different tonight. Damn.
Goddamn right, I'm on it. I'm on it.
Cap,
Because
I
here's
just
the
wanna
deal,
thank
right?
you, bro.
I'm gonna tell it to you plain, Ali. You know why? Because they ain't gonna never let a motherfucker like me closer to him. Because I don't give a fuck about the money. I see the shit that they do to get the money. I'm a fish hook a motherfucker right there in front of a crowd of people. I don't give a fuck. These people are sick. There's fucked up things with them, and it pisses me off. I don't like it.
El Cap's been watching too many OnlyFans with P. Diddy. That's what's going on here.
I think Stephen Ross is going to sell the team after next year.
I think he does too, to be honest. But anyway, guys, I really got to go. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you.
All right,
y'all have a great night.
Hey,
Hey, let me ask you guys again, man. Hey, so what's the lineup? What's the lineup? What's the lineup on the kickoff now, man? If what's it look like?
Line, I think.
Yeah,
players,
I mean,
9 players.
From what I think I seen, it looked like each team all 10 players where it looked like they were just lined up straight across the 40-yard line, and even with the team kicking off, 10 players lining up straight across their 40-yard line, man, and then you got the kicker kicking off, man. Is that what it's going to look like?
Essentially, they're going to be kicking. Yeah. The kicker's going to kick far and away behind everybody. They're going to be lined up all on one side of the field, the receiving side of the field, but no one can move until the receiver of the ball has fielded the ball, whether it's a fair catch or he takes it into the field to play. And once he catches the ball, then the kickoff team can take off and the receiving team can defend. That's what it is, and it's gonna allow more returns. I think there's gonna be a lot more returns now because people who are dynamic athletes are gonna be able to go out there and run. But
here's the problem.
I also
are
foresee
they telling you can't kick it out the back of the end zone.
No, you could, but if they don't, chances are, because you'll have 10 yards of fucking open grass to decide which direction you want to run, and you have a better field of vision. You're gonna want
the kicker still got the freedom.
He can, but I'm just saying if they don't
let him turn it at all.
If
they ain't getting rid of that part, what's the sense of shifting the players for? I just think it's a mute.
I really don't know, honestly,
it's not like
Crypto,
they're banning the kicker
if I'm kicking off the ball, I'm not letting them ever fucking receive it.
That's what I'm saying. Not in that kind of formation.
No,
you definitely kick the ball to him.
Yeah. El Cap, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do a show on that on the new rules?
Probably, yeah. I'll probably get to it this weekend. Why?
Yeah, come and say if they're not stopping the kicker from kicking it out of bounds, then that's a stupid rule change.
I sure want to make sure I catch that.
Probably still a penalty.
Understand it better. Like I say,
somebody getting a phone call.
But basically, guys, it's like if you had your regular play, and the offense was spread out, and the running back standing in the backfield, and they were to drop the ball out of the sky to the running back. That's basically what it's gonna look like.
I'll take some of your Tua coins, Scummy.
Scummy asks if Tua was traded yet.
He's not. He hasn't been traded yet. No, he's not going to get traded. We went. Scummy, if you didn't catch the episode, what was it? Wednesday that we did? Yeah, I think it was Wednesday. The drive time with Shake, not the late night episode. That was a different episode. The drive time episode with Shake. We went on to if Tua was to hold out and demand a trade, what would even be the teams that would be looking for a quarterback? Or if Tua rides out his 5th year and goes on the open market to get field offers from teams, what teams are even putting in an offer? And we broke it all down.
That show, Cap. I like when you had that show, Cap. I like that, man.
It was a good exercise, right, Fred? It was a good exercise.
Man, it was fun. It was fun, man. It was real fun.
Well, it was educational, right? We broke it down, and there's a slew of teams that have quarterbacks that they believe in that they're definitely off. There's teams that right now are drafting quarterbacks probably this year. There's teams that would probably be in the market for Tua's services, but they can't afford it. And then we brought it down to the remaining teams that could afford it, could be potentially looking, and don't have a young draft pick quarterback that they want to get answers. And
that take was hot, Cat, man. I was really into that, bro. I was, man.
It was just organic. Thanks, Shake, for having the show, man. He had it. We just organically made it.
Shout out to Shake, man. Good work, Shake. Good work on that, bro.
What's up, Miss Fins?
Hey.
Hey guys.
Who?
Hold on, before you, hey, hold on,
Miss
before
Vince. Uh-oh.
Damn,
I'm
don't
glad you
who
brought
Miss
that up.
Fins.
It's fun. Hold on, before you cook, I just wanted to say, man, check this out. Next Friday, I'm gonna do my 1-year anniversary with the Fins tailgate.
Oh,
party.
what?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's gonna be
I
Hell
just
nice.
yeah!
wanted
And
to-
tomorrow,
it's
Shake.
been that
Tomorrow
long.
is the wrestling show, isn't it?
yeah.
Yes.
So I just want to appreciate you, El
WrestleMania
Capitan, for
preview.
welcoming me with open arms, bro.
You know me,
And
What
dog.
time is the
I was
wrestling
telling
show? What time is the
Color
wrestling
before
show
you got
tomorrow,
on here.
Shake? What
When I
time is the
got on
wrestling
here,
show,
man,
bro?
when I joined the Fins tailgate, I was looking forward to all the content, doing content with you. But you got a new job. But now I'm seeing you're back on the grind and back at it, man. And goddamn it, I'm so fucking happy that you're doing more late night shows, bro.
Yeah, I've been settling in, trying to doing more, and really, I've been taking away screen time grinding for backseat grind for behind the scenes grinding on shit that we got that HB and I have been working on. You guys know about it. I just have to upgrade my hardware. We've already done all the legwork, worked out some stuff, and there's hopefully by this summer, you guys will start to see some of the new programming that I'm going to be able to give this channel, digestible content that will be in abundance. That's really the plan.
Okay,
and it'll
damn,
be good, and it's gonna be shit that ain't no one's got. What's that?
For a second, I thought you said you were doing backdoor grinding. I'm like, hey, I want to hear about that.
I mean, listen, if someone's got the money, right? Somebody got the money. I ain't P. Diddy and no bullshit, but any of you ladies out there,
You got swings and whips and swings.
I mean, listen, I'm a freak. Whatever.
What's up, Miss Fins?
Sorry, Miss Fins. These boys took me down a wrong road.
What's up, guys? Good evening. Good evening. Or I guess good night. No, I just wanted to take a quick moment because I saw you guys. Somebody asked about the kickoff and how it goes, but I had a show on it. It's actually the incentive is there's no more fair catch at all. So the kicker will line up on the opposite.
Say that again, Miss Fans.
There is no more fair catch. Period. None whatsoever.
You have to.
So the way that it works is, well, the way that it works is you have your team. If you're the kicking team, your kicker is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, in the 30-yard line. He's going to be kicking it off, but your players are going to be at their 40-yard line, and then the receiving team is going to be at their 35-yard line, and then they're going to have either one or two guys in the landing zone, if you will, which is really the red zone from the goal line to the 20th yard. And then there's three separate things that will happen. If you kick it off out of the end zone, then the receiving team gets the ball automatically at their 40-yard line.
Oh, damn.
Good.
Damn.
Shit.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. So they kind of penalize you for kicking it out of the back of the end zone.
It's effectively a penalty to throw kick.
Yeah, that's basically you being penalized for it.
Essentially. So what they're doing is when they kick it off, if it goes out of the end zone, at the ball gets placed at their 40-yard line. Then the other thing too is if the ball is kicked into the end zone, like in the air and it lands in the end zone, then the ball gets placed at the 35-yard line.
I just got to say this. I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss Fins. Scummy's been around for a long time.
Yikes.
He's
had some takes and some comments, and this. Holy fuck, dude.
Definitely the scummiest I've ever seen.
Bro.
Wow.
And for those listening, I'm
It's in the
going
name.
to read this comment.
Jesus.
Diddy trafficked young Tua, which is dark as fuck. His street name used to be Hawaiian Honey. That is fucked up, bro. You need to chill the fuck out. Scummy. Holy shit, dude.
Scum is
God.
First of all, and I just want to point out, like, say what you will about Scummy, either agreeing with him on a football take or whatever. Scummy is funny. He is a funny person.
Damn. Hawaiian honey.
Hawaiian
God.
honey.
Yeah.
To call Tua's street name as a potential pimped out P. Diddy hooker, essentially, his street name is Hawaiian Honey, is fucking funny. And if you can love Tua all you want and think it's disgusting, if you don't think that that's funny, I don't know how to help you. I don't. I don't know how to help you.
You got an issue because that was
Hey,
funny.
Miss Fizz.
That's fucking funny, dude. That's
it
funny.
could have been his street name could have been Tunga Volcano.
Oh my God!
But Scummy, I still say you need.
What's good, Isaac? Salute.
Oh,
Thanks for
hey,
coming back.
or Tunga go lower.
What's up, Isaac?
Tongo Bala.
We've been good, dog. We've been good.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Hey, Miss Fizz, what happens? I don't know if you maybe you said it. You know, I didn't hear it. But
Hey guys, I gotta run. I'll try to be back if I can, but I gotta run.
All right.
See ya, Cap.
Later, y'all.
Miss Fizz, what if the ball is kicked out of bounds?
So if it's kicked out of bounds, 40-yard
Out
line.
of the back of the end zone at the 40.
Oh,
Even if it's at the back
still
of
at
the
the
end zone.
40-yard line. Okay.
Out of bounds, 40-yard line. Out of the end zone, 40-yard line. If it's kicked and it lands in the end zone, it gets pushed to the 30 or 35-yard. I believe it's a 30-yard line.
Okay.
And then the only way for you to have the best benefit is the ball has to land within the landing zone, which is the AKA the red zone, from the goal line to the 20-yard line, and then roll into the end zone. If that happens, then the ball gets placed at the 20-yard line.
So Miss Fizz, if
So
the
you're gonna
ball,
see a lot of squib kicking.
if the ball
Down
lands to the receiver if the ball lands to the receiver in the end zone, does he have to return that?
Every single ball that is within the landing zone, meaning the red zone, has to be returned.
Okay.
Including
But not
the end
necessarily
zone.
including in the end zone.
Every ball has. If a ball lands in the, and then this is the thing, the kicking team cannot move until the ball hits the landing zone at some point, or it's catched in the landing zone by the receiving team. That's when they can move. But if the ball hits the landing zone, then the kicking team can go ahead and just rush forward. If it doesn't hit the landing zone, then they can't move. But any ball that's within the landing zone has to be returned. No ball is fair catch. Every ball has to be in the landing zone. Has to be returned.
At all.
So Miss Fizz,
No fair catch.
Everything's a live ball.
No, it seems like they're trying to make it seems like they're trying to make it more more.
They took it from the
creative?
XFL. Yeah, they're trying to make the special teams more. It was getting boring, but
yeah,
you
they're
can't
trying to make them impact the game more.
Exactly, because
Thank
you cannot pick
Crypto.
off the kickoff, because then it won't be football no more. It'll be like pass ball, and nobody's calling it that. So,
In other words, the kickoff was getting too boring.
Yeah, they literally trying to get that third element.
They really are actually.
Let me ask you this, Miss Fizz. Do you think Barrios is you know what I mean is somebody we would want returning these kicks now, man? These kickoffs, a guy like Barrios.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he will
I don't
be
think
the
it'll be
guy.
no change. He'll be guy. Yeah, he'll be the guy.
Yeah, he'll be the guy. But I think that with these new rules, you know, we'd have to see how our team.
I don't know, man.
But,
I think.
Wait a minute.
I mean, it is what it is at this point.
But
They just want more returns at the end of the day. They want more
let me ask you
returns.
this, Ms. Fizz. Ain't that going to pose more of a danger to the kick returner? Because I don't know.
No, because nobody from the kicking team can move until that returner catches the ball or the ball hits the landing zone.
Okay. Thank you.
Or they squib kick it and it gets into the landing zone. That's when they can take off.
Yeah, it has to be kicked into the landing zone. No script, because remember, the guy kicked him from the 30-yard line on the opposite side. So he has to make it within the landing zone. And then it's a live ball. Whether it hits the ground or it's
in
catched.
the landing zone.
Okay. All right. Now
But on kickoff returns, that means there's no onside kicks then.
Oh, that's right.
No, not
So they
true. So
basically
they actually
obliterated.
do have rules about onside kick. They still have the onside kick, but they also changed that as well.
Is it
The
still 10
onside
yards?
kick, this one I have to remember exactly because
So
I
they have
didn't
to
dive
notify the
into this one.
officials that that's what they want to do, so they won't have to go in this crazy formation or
Exactly.
normal
So now
kickoff.
they have to notify the officials, so the officials can let the
Oh,
other
Yeah, that's
team
what I'm
know.
saying. Yeah, they're gonna have to
It's
notify them.
yeah, that's it. There is no more. No, it's automatic. That's what it was. It's
Hmm.
automatic. They have to notify if they're going to do a
An onside
Oh, but
kick.
hold
onside
up,
kick.
Miss Fizz. Hold up, man. What
Study
if it's like a
surprising them
what
like
if
he
it's
used to can do
like
it
a
back in the regular.
what if it's like a sneak
You could do a
kickoff?
surprise
Miss
onside
Fizz,
kick.
can
Nope,
you do
none of
that?
them's
Can
a
they still do
surprise
that?
because the
You
lineup
know,
formations is different. Fred, you have to
you
notify
know.
them because normal onside kick is in a different positions on the field,
Yeah.
so it's
So
no element of surprise no more.
there is zero element of surprise. They have to call it. They can't just line
Ah,
up and pretend
Right.
like they're gonna do it
They
and
got
not
rid of
do
the
it.
element
Like,
surprise of a
yeah,
surprise onside kick.
right. So
yeah, it
now,
is
in other words,
automatic.
kick returns
oh,
are
they
be,
got rid.
the kick
Oh,
return is
Wow.
becoming more
got rid
script.
of
Then
the element of surprise.
is that a
Oh
good way
wow,
of saying it? That
Yep.
kick
That's what
returns
I
are
just
being more
noticed though.
script.
Yeah, they got rid of that element of surprise.
Yeah. So it sounds like it's being more script now.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
what
very
they really
scripted.
want is to be able to give the opportunity to have the opposite team know so they can line up properly. And what
Hmm.
they really were trying to do more than anything else was a kickoff, so the kickoff could be more entertaining. Because
Yeah.
it was just
Yeah.
like, okay, everybody kicked. Only 22%
Yeah.
of all kickoffs last year
That's right. We're
were
the
returned.
actually
touchbacks, the
returned.
touchbacks.
No,
Right.
they were
So
actually returned.
Oh, were
So
they?
to avoid that,
That's a low amount. Yeah.
right because
exactly to avoid that, they a steep penalty, and that's why I wanted to come up here to explain
Yeah.
it,
Hey,
and
right.
I
Miss
did a
No,
little
Fizz,
show on it as well.
but you know what? That makes sense. That
there
makes
were
sense
more
because
returns than there were more returns than I mean than touchbacks. There were more returns than touchbacks last year.
They said
no,
only
No, it's
22,
more
but
than that.
remember,
no,
you have
no,
17
Fred.
weeks, and you have between 14 to 16 games each week. So it's a lot of games.
I be
And out of all those games, only 22 resulted in a return.
right because I agree with that because if you really look at the football season and
Right.
watch most of the games, it were more fair catches or the ball being
Mm-hmm.
kicked into into the end zone. There were more of that
Mm-hmm.
than returns. That makes
Yep.
sense.
What's up, everybody in the chat? I see you guys. How you doing, AB,
I get
Liz,
it.
Thomas? What's up, G?
Wow.
Miss Vince with the
Hey,
411.
hey,
Thank
Miss
you.
Fizz, one more question, Miss
Go
Fizz,
ahead,
for you,
buddy.
man. But you are allowed to fair catch on punts, though, right?
No
No, that's
fair
What?
we talking about
Oh, they're gonna get
catches.
somebody killed,
Mm.
man. They're gonna get somebody killed if they can't. Oh my God!
No
No fair catch
fair
on the punt. No fair catch on
catches.
the punt.
well,
That's not
No
fair.
fair catches.
hold
No
up.
fair catch on
One
the
thing.
punt.
Okay, so I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I was trying to be extra dramatic with that one. I didn't see any rule changes with the punts.
Okay,
We
it's
It
talking
still
was
the
about the
more
same
kick
with
they
the
return.
punt, man.
emphasized the kickoff. So in the
Right, the
kickoff,
kick.
no fair catches,
Okay,
but
kickoff.
because
Yeah,
I didn't
okay.
hear anything that changed with the punts, then I
Okay,
assume that they still have fair catch just for the punts,
okay,
though.
okay.
And those rules still apply from last year. So whatever the rules, if you put it out of bounds and whatever, they line it up and all that good
Or
stuff.
fair
So
catch a
Mm.
punt. Yeah.
uh-huh.
Okay.
But
That's
that would
it.
be I just wanted to see your reaction, Fred.
No fair catch on the punt, man. Oh, now they
Yeah,
are.
that would have been
Oh my
rough
God,
too.
man. Yeah, they're asking people to die, then, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So Miss Fizz, those were the major. So those were the changes. Were there any other changes besides the kick returns?
For the what?
Those were the main changes they made. There were any other changes they made as far as the NFL go.
As far as the rules, well, so you had
Oh.
those changes for the kick return. They also are allowing a third challenge for the coaches. Before you had to get both right in order to get a third one. Now you have to get at least one of the two right, and then you get a third one. So they lowered the barrier to be able to get a third challenge for the coaches. Another thing
And
that they added.
I want to put it out there that crypto never fair catches. All right, crypto never fair catches.
Okay.
Well,
Is also now is
Yeah,
it also
okay.
a change? Is it also a change when it come down to? Hold up, Fred. Is there also a change when it come down to having 3 quarterbacks on the roster? Did it make a change
they
with that?
didn't change. They didn't change that from last year, so I'm assuming it's gonna stay the same. You have to understand too. It wasn't just COVID. The reason why they needed that third quarterback is the fact that we went into a 17th game, and
Right.
because of that, it's more wear and tear. That's why they increased the number of practice squad players last year from the traditional 12 to 16.
Right. I
And
agree
then
with
they
that.
also went ahead and did the third quarterback, emergency quarterback, to make sure that teams are able to still have a QB, a viable QB, in due to injuries. So
Yeah, I'm glad of that too. I'm happy with that.
yeah,
That
and the other thing they
also.
changed too, from what I can remember, obviously you guys already know the drop hit thing, penalties for that. But the last main one I would say is the
Hip tackle.
no, the hip tackle, that everybody talks about that one. It was, oh my lord, I just had it and it went away. What is
Yep.
it? Keep going.
So yeah,
Well,
to,
one
to
of the
wrap
there's
up,
another one too, but I forgot.
to wrap up, they made changes on the kickoff. They made changes on the tackling, and with all those changes, you guys got to remember one thing: there's still no sex in the champagne room.
Uh-oh. Now I was
None.
shake money finna
Oh,
get
shake
started.
money.
You see
Yeah,
them
I guess
crypto
I
cutting
guess
up.
that
Now
hasn't
Exactly.
shake
changed.
money cutting up.
I guess that hasn't changed. Yep. But there's one more, but it wasn't really that big of a one. So
Oh,
I'm sure if you got, it's on my show. Like I said, I had a show on these rules, but I just can't think about it right now. But anyways, gentlemen, I just wanted to come up here to
Thank you,
say,
Miss Jen.
good
yeah,
night,
thanks,
and
Miss
to kind
Finch,
of
for
give you
that.
that info.
Yeah,
Have a
Appreciate
great
it
night,
as
good
guys.
always.
right there.
We
Hmm.
appreciate it, Miss
Just went to
Finn.
class.
And I'm enjoying your morning show, even if I'm not there live. I still watch it replays.
I appreciate it, man. Well, thank you so much for the support. Even when you guys watch the replay, it really helps out the channel. So thank you, guys.
Yes.
Thank you. Have a great night, guys.
You too, man.
You
Be
too.
easy.
Thank you, Miss
Yep.
Finch.
And by the
Yeah,
way,
man.
guess what, guys? Saturday night, tomorrow night, Sunday at 4 o'clock Easter Sunday, me and Crypto are gonna have an episode of Insomnia. We did a pre-recorded episode of Insomnia. You know, we
Yeah,
haven't we
Sunday
haven't done
morning.
Insomnia for a while because Crypto has been bullying me, and he's a
Well,
bully.
I learned from Fred, he's been bullying Lewis for the last, 6 months. So I learned from Fred on how to do it. So I get all the credit to Fred.
Oh my
Uh,
Is
goodness, y'all
on,
tripping.
is it true, Fred?
on
You
the
got
bullying.
Lewis Greenlit and Jersey.
The greenlit in Jersey. I, you know, had to give him a pass.
Mm. Yeah.
Mr. Pope said he got family up there, right?
Well, up in Jersey.
Right.
Yeah,
Was it
I
Jersey
got
or was it Pennsylvania?
no, it's New Jersey, man. I got a good amount of them up there. New
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Jersey and,
okay,
and
in New
Georgia,
Jersey.
Speaking of the
Florida.
devil, here we go.
What's up,
Yeah.
Lou?
Crypto, you have
Lou.
lost your
Who?
goddamn mind, Crypto.
What? I'm I'm like the Secret Service protection, Lewis. I'm here for
Look,
protection.
Crypto, why you get so mad? I didn't force you to go up there and agree with Pete and Fred. I didn't do that. You decided to do that by yourself, and now you want to take shots at me because you were on there breaking down film with the great Pete and Fred.
No. What shot you talking about? That was a compliment. Hey, Shake.
Yes, sir.
I was saying I was given Secret Service protection.
Yeah. You don't need protection.
For who?
The homie Lewis.
Man, I'm
the real
good.
OG.
I'm good wherever the fuck I go. I'm always fucking good.
Hey, we got black limousines, or we got explorers, whatever you want to ride in. We got expeditions up here. You know.
Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie neither. Crypto, you ain't the only one I heard. Now, a little birdie tapped me on my shoulder, right, and told me that the homie Tony, and I see Tony in the chat, that Tony was over there breaking down film with Pete and Fred too. And Tony, again, I heard Tony might have started verifying some stuff that Pete was saying, bro. That a little birdie tapped on my shoulder and told me that. Again, hey man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with you
Tony.
and
Tony.
With you and Tony Crypto. I don't know what's going on.
You got me mixed up with Tony.
Crypto.
It was a body double.
Supposedly you and Tony are leaving the block, man. Y'all are leaving the block to go over there with Pete and Fred, man. So hey, man, it is what it is.
Wow.
Yeah, that Tony said it will be a good idea to go join hands with. Well, he said brother Pete. That's what he said. He said brother Pete.
Yeah. Hey, man, like I said, a little birdie tapped on my shoulder, man. A little birdie tapped on my shoulder and told me that you and Tony went over there, man. So it's all good, man.
Yeah, brother Pete, and even Thomas was able to keep up his reputation. You know, hadn't he not joined us on that stream, his reputation would be shot. That's what was said. Thomas's reputation was still intact because he decided to come up and join us.
Okay, man.
According to Tony, that's a lion-ass bird. He said.
You see, that's what I'm saying. See, hey, man, I even told that little birdie. I was like, bro, it can't be the Tony I know. I know Tony ain't selling out on the block like that. Now, Crypto, I know Crypto sold out on the block.
It'd be the ones that close. They're supposed to be the close ones to you. They'll throw you under that bus.
I knew Tony. I knew Tony didn't sell out on the block.
Nah, Tony sold out.
Crypto definitely sold out on the block, man. That's for damn sure.
I just hope you change those tires on that bus you used to run me over with. I appreciate if you change the tires, Lewis. If they flat tires, man, that's no respect, man. At least change the tires on that bus.
Oh man. Hey, by the way, what name would you give Pete's crew?
What'd you say? A grade?
The crew.
No, what name?
No, he wanted a name. Oh, like CB. Oh. Well, you need CB83 for that. You need 41.5 to give that name.
Pete's Angels.
Pete's Angels.
The gas station.
Pete's gas station.
The gas station crew.
Nah. I'm calling them a bunch of goddamn fools. That's what I'm calling them.
It was a lot of insightful stuff going on that. That's what I heard. That's what was told to me on that panel. What was coming out of that panel.
The Skyoneers, the Skywalkers.
A lot of insightful information coming out of that panel.
We again verbatim.
I think the Skywalkers is already a pretty decent ska band. Don't be taking there.
We heard Crypto in the Twitter space, and the man and I. This is a direct quote out of Crypto's mouth. Yes, Fred. I agree, Fred. You're right, Fred. That's exactly how Crypto sounded. Just like that.
Okay.
That's a direct quote.
No, goddamn well I ain't say that to no Fred. Fred asked me a question.
If Fred sitting he ain't saying the word. Fred. Cat got your tongue, Fred.
Come on.
I don't know what Fred doing.
You're more than welcome to talk, Fred. Your family here.
And J.R. Black has it right here. That's the name. Casual Takes. That's what it should be. Casual Takes. For sure.
No. Wow.
Happy hour. Hey, it's called happy hour. Like Crypto says, they be in that cabinet very early when they start up that.
Hey, hold on. I got a show named Happy Hour. Hold on now.
Man, you said happy hour, Shake? What? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Remember, I used to have it. Remember, on Thursdays when the football season's here, I have a show called Finn's Happy Hour.
You know, how some guys got the barber shop or the whatever. There's the flower shop.
There you go.
No, that would be the other name for Stephen D's channel.
But even that is kind of a cool place these days, Lewis. You know what I mean? The flower shop. Like I call my
everything sunshines and roses.
The florist. Like if I tell you I'm going to the florist, I'm going to re-up. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Hey, and we got a bunch of names, so when Pete and Fred are on the panel, but as soon as Crypto goes in there,
what we going to show? What, Lou?
Well, no. I don't. There's a bunch of names that people are saying for you and Pete's channel, Fred. But when Crypto, the other member of that show, shows up, y'all need to change the title of the show to Gaslighters, because that's what Crypto is definitely doing to this fan base every time he goes up there.
That's my job to prevent the gaslighting.
I was thinking, Crypto, there'd be a great show for Crypto. There used to be an old ska band called Streetlight Manifesto. And I was thinking Crypto could do a show called Gaslight Manifesto.
Yeah.
Hey,
Crypto definitely be gaslighting the fan base for damn sure.
Yeah, you're right about Crypto, Lou. But me and Pete we be having fun, bro. You know. But you are right.
Stop
it, Fred. Well, I'm glad, Fred. You basically said that you and Peter are having fun, and listen.
Yeah.
If that's what you're doing, then I appreciate it, and I will always go over there to support. Because you and Pete are some goddamn fools, Fred. I just want you to know that. Y'all some goddamn fools.
Fred, don't listen to Lewis. He actually supports you, man. He told me.
I just said I was going to go over there and support.
He said he's your greatest supporter. He said he looks up to you as an icon. You're a beacon of light.
No.
That's what was said. That was that private conversation. He said you're a beacon of light, Fred. Fred, he said you was a beacon of light.
Hey, Lou,
I appreciate that.
That's what he said.
Oh, absolutely, Fred. Listen, what I do every time I go to Pete's channel, right? Because again, I go over there, I hit the like button. I don't tell nobody because I don't want my name nowhere attached to that. So I don't tell nobody about it. But I go over there and I hit the like button, and then I get the hell up out of there. Because man, look, I can't deal with y'all like that. Y'all be saying some crazy shit.
How come you hide yourself from Pete's show, bro? Why would you do that, bro? It's just having fun, man. What you give? What kind of shit you give somebody? What they think about you, man? If you up there or not, man? You know what I'm saying?
Pete
just up there to have fun, man.
He been slapped around.
Pete won't let me up there, bro. Pete won't let me up there.
Pete slapped him around.
You were just up there the other day.
No.
I was backstage and he didn't let me up.
Yeah, I was there. I was there because Pete kind of said it in a funny way that he wasn't going to let Lou up there.
Pete don't be letting me up.
You know
Pete don't like to have fun.
I'm gonna say for with Pete, not letting people up. You know what I mean? Like. He could be wrong for that. He could be wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? And then I think Pete probably feels like with some people, man, like show can get it out of hand, which a lot of shows do. But
it's not just that, Fred. Because here's the thing, and when I say this, I'm not saying nothing against Pete. If you're going to come on his platform and support to a certain point, he doesn't want you there. That's what I'm saying.
Now, Mr. Polk, have you ever known me to support Tua to any point of Pete's dislike? Yeah, he did that to me too. Now, I will say, he brought me up for the film breakdown and was very generous and gave me a lot of time to speak. So I will give him credit for that. But like he was doing it to me, Mr. Punk. Like
Well,
I
one
agree
one
with him.
stream
You know what I
he
mean?
wasn't
Like,
letting nobody on one stream. He banned
like
DM. He
I'm
kicked
not
him
like
out.
crypto. I can admit that I agree with him a lot of the time. You know what I mean? So I ain't like crypto. I don't have to hide nothing. You know what I mean?
Hey
What do you
man,
mean
when you
hide
go
something?
over there, when you go over to Pete's channel, if you talk anything positive about the Miami Dolphins, he don't let you up. That man loves the Miami Dolphins,
That's
but
what I'm
hates to
saying.
talk
Like,
good
damn,
about the Miami Dolphins.
surprised he lets Mr. Polk up.
And you know what, Lou? Check this out, bro. If whenever I'm on Pete's show, bro, and I see you there, like you want, like you know, let me up, Pete, whatever, man. You know, I'm gonna say it, Lou. I'm gonna say, hey, Pete, let the guy up, man. Let him up, man. You know, so I'm gonna say that, Lou.
I put
I'm
it
gonna
in the
say that.
private chat. I put it in the private chat so y'all can be seeing. I even put it in the chat saying, "Let me up." That man
Yeah,
don't
but
let
Lou,
me up.
sometimes, and then Lou,
Man
sometimes
said
I see you
Sam
back there,
Darnold was
Lou.
better than Tua, and I still let him up.
Look, I'm
Yeah,
gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, Fred. And this is
Well,
this is
by
where
now you guys kind of act surprised that he said anybody's better
this
than
is
him.
where Mr. Park is right, but Mr. Park, you're wrong at the same time. And I know it sounds crazy to say because your point is justified, right? But let's just call it for what it is, right? And I'm not no better than nobody, or nobody is anybody on this panel really is no better than nobody, right? Everybody has their opinion.
Yep.
But the fact is, though, Pete don't let me up because I want to maybe talk positive of Tua or this team, because he lets Manny up, and Manny talks positive about this team and positive about
All the
Tua.
time, yeah. Manny's on all the time.
The problem is Manny don't know what the fuck he be talking about. So Manny just goes up there and talks, and again, Pete don't care about that because Pete can body Manny. Other guys can body Manny. And again, I'm just saying, when I go up there and I be, again, Shake, if you got it queued up, when I start cooking, right, and the apron comes out, Pete don't like that. People don't like when they start getting cooked.
Pete and Manny is like Lenny and George. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's exactly why. So when you want to be positive
No more
about the
like
team,
Oscar and Felix.
when you want to be positive about the team, but you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Pete don't have no problem. Exactly. But when I show up,
that's who they is, Oscar and Felix.
you see, Fred, the problem is when I show up at Pete's channel, when I first get there, I'm Clark Kent. I show up in a suit. I got my glasses on, right? But once my mouth starts moving, I bring out the cape. I get my little red whitey tidies on, and I turn into Superman. And I start busting asses up there. That's what the problem is.
Yeah. That's what
Somebody
it
get
is.
the kryptonite, man.
No. I don't think that's it. I think he's
nope. That only helps.
I think he shows you mercy, Lewis, because you told him that you look up to him, so he kind of shows mercy on you.
Yeah,
that's
I know,
what's
Crypto.
going on.
Crypto, don't try to put that shit on me. Those are the sweet nothings you be whispering in his ear. That's what you be telling him.
That's what you told him. he have mercy on you now. You in his good graces now.
You know what, Lou? I think it ain't for real, Lou. I don't even think it's you, Lou. But I do think that is just one individual, man. He just ain't trying to tolerate, man. But I'm not gonna say any names, Lou. But I don't think you're that individual, and I'm gonna just leave it at that, man.
Hey, man, at the end of the day, y'all boys keep doing your things over there too, man. So it is what it is. Everybody has something to bring to this
I'm gonna call it
community.
for
And
what it is, Lou. It ain't got nothing to do with the Dolphins or Tua or Manny or any of all that nonsense. What it is, the man is getting close to 1,000 subs. He's got his own. Little set of day oneers, let's say, and now he's trying to big time motherfuckers. That's all it is, I mean, whatever.
So you're saying he like Big Nick?
There goes Tony being negative and toxic in the chat again. I see Tony. There he goes.
It's the same with others in the community, they try to big time motherfuckers because they're like, oh, Lewis ain't got a channel. Oh, Color, what's he doing with this? It's like, bro, do they not understand the time we put into this shit, bro? Like if I took half the time that I put into the Finn's Tailgate and put it towards my channel, like yeah. So that's why I don't like big timing me like that, man. Especially people that I stood up for and gave a platform for when nobody else would.
Oh shit! Goddamn Game Crypto. You see Game Boy in the
I
chat?
don't give a shit about. I don't pay attention to the peanut gallery.
It's
not even worth my time.
Hey, Shake Money, bring Game Boy's comment up, Shake. Bring Game Boy.
He's not no goddamn.
For the record,
he's
though,
a goddamn moron. I don't pay attention to
He
freaking.
knows where I stand. He knows
people in the peanut gallery. They talking about clout chasing.
Instead of Twilight, hold on, let me go back and read that. God,
put it back.
Instead of Twilight,
I don't know why you glorifying that nonsense.
Dumb Light with Crypto.
Because of what you call it.
Shit.
Oh man. Hey, Crypto. Me myself, I don't agree with that comment, Crypto. I don't agree with that.
No, that's because he's a fucking idiot.
Okay.
No time to waste my time and energy with the peanut gallery.
Fred, you might not agree with it, but I co-sign that 1,000%. That is a fact right there.
Yeah, you can co-sign it all you want.
Crypto Hulk is about to come out.
That is a fact.
Yeah, Crypto Hulk.
Hey Lou, say what you want about Crypto, but that's a man who doesn't fair catch, bro.
Hey man, I'm just giving Crypto a hard time. Now the man did agree with you and Pete, but no, I'm still just giving him a hard time. But we did hear him agree with y'all. So I ain't gonna.
But you never gave not one specific on what I agree with them on.
I don't know what. Well, again, I told you I'm
just
allergic.
Making a blanket statement. You said you had all the information. You got to. The burden of proof is on you to provide what it was.
Well, the burden of proof, Crypto, is I'm allergic to idiots, right? So I don't know what was said.
You're not allergic. That's a cop out.
I just heard.
You can't say what I agreed to and not point out to what I agreed to on.
Well, Fred, I'm glad Fred's up here. Fred, you must have said something because what I heard was Crypto say, "Yes, Fred, I'm with you. I agree with you, Fred."
I've never said I'm with nobody because that's not the way I even talk.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Hey,
We all heard
you have agreed with me on points, bro. You have agreed with me, man. Cut it out, bro. Cut it out.
On what? On what specific?
Hey, Crypto, come on, man. I can't remember.
Now you doing the same thing.
What topic it was, bro?
If it was so easy, you should be able to spit out something then.
Crypto, you have agreed with me, man, plenty of times, bro. Come on,
when on that particular panel?
Crypto, I don't have a date, bro. I don't.
Other than me telling them that it was not fucking 100% that Mike McDaniel was the fucking problem with that Bills win or loss.
Hey man, you know
that was the only fucking reason I came on that goddamn show in the first place, and it was after the fucking film breakdown was done.
Turn up,
all right, man. I'm gonna start off the right dates down for your ass, Crypto.
Turn up, Crypto.
All Crypto was saying, like, you right, Fred, you right, man. Especially during the film breakdown, bro.
Hey, by the
okay.
way,
Well, go pull it up. Where's the fucking evidence?
I had this banner made months ago. It still comes in handy.
Oh my god, that is hilarious. Go ahead,
Manny was pretty out there with the whole. It's 100% the coach's fault all the time on every team. Anytime anything bad happens, if a player gets a hangnail, it's the coach's fault. That's what Manny was saying.
Hey, Crypto. Hey, Crypto, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go ahead and say that word, Crypto. Go.
Nah.
Hey man. Oh man.
Hey,
oh man.
You know where that came from, right? That Turn It Up Crypto. That came off a Batman show.
What's that?
Batman?
Yeah, it was an episode on Batman platform, and Lewis was the main one using the word "Turn it up, Crypto, turn it up," because Crypto was arguing with Alexander. Well, let's just say I got a receipt on that.
Yeah.
No,
on the Batman show.
I'm laughing because, dude, I can imagine people in traffic. Why is that guy in the postal truck going postal?
Wait a minute, say what now?
Nah, I was in my car that day. No, you talking about the time of
No, I'm talking about
D1?
whenever you're screaming, you're in the truck. Everybody's like, "What? Why is that guy in the postal truck screaming?"
Can you imagine if his window was down and there was some Karen sitting next to him in traffic, and he yells out, "Come aboard me!" at his steering wheel, and he looks over, and she's looking at him like, "Oh my God, it's right out of a movie."
I see CB41.5 got clout chasers like this freaking Toy Boy 309.
Oh, it looks like
yeah, goes by the name of Game Boy. It's more like dildo boy 305.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, dildo boy 305.
Nice not to be slandered all night on chat.
That man said dildo. Shit.
No, but you all right with me though, Crypto man. Always will be, bro.
Hey,
wait a minute,
that's one thing about
Crypto.
I like. He doesn't care who he's all right with.
I missed that part.
I tell you what, man. A guy who never fair catches, man.
I said that's one thing I like about Crypto. He doesn't care who he's all right with. He does him. You do you, bro.
I just think a guy who never fair catches has got a lot of heart.
What image you talking about, Thomas?
Man, Lou, that Canal Street runts, man, is whooping my ass. You ever
wait a
heard
minute,
of that?
Thomas said something about an image. What image is Thomas talking about?
Nah, I ain't never heard of that color.
Haven't got that one around.
Nah.
About some strawberry jams. You seen any of that around?
No, I haven't seen it around. I've heard of it though.
Right.
I've heard of that.
Somebody must be in the woods. I hear crickets.
That's the sound that you hear when you listen to Fred and Pete on their channel, Crypto.
somebody out in the woods.
It ain't never a moment of silence over at Peace, bro. I can guarantee you that, man. Ain't never a moment of silence, man. Somebody's always got something to say.
It's a moment of silence for the brain cells that they killed.
Yeah, whether it's bullshit or not, man, it's never silent, bro.
Brain cells. What did
say that, Shake?
Hey, Shake, what did he say when he was on the roof to Sam's? What did he say to Sam's while he was on the roof? Told him to jump.
Yeah.
What was that? What was the saying?
Kills your brain cells, son. Kills your brain cells.
Kills your brain cells, son. It kills your brain cells. Say, go ahead and jump. You're doing it anyway. Just do it faster.
Did he? I didn't catch it. He said he would do it today. But did he do his film breakdown of the Tennessee Titans game?
No, he didn't. He had a problem with his videos. With his computer.
I mean, it was entertaining though. I ain't gonna lie, that was an entertaining. I mean, like I said, it wasn't informative, but I laughed my ass off, man, with the breakdown.
They weren't even breaking down the film though.
He said he was going over play by play. He said he covered every play. He does what nobody does in the community, covers every single play from top to bottom. That's what he said.
They never even broke down the film. All they did was
that's what he said.
All they did was talk shit about what was
he
wrong.
said top to bottom. He said it was top to bottom film coverage. That's what we'll say.
Crypto, the man never even broke down the film. The man would come out and say, "Did you see that pass? Oh my God, what was Tua doing there?" They never broke down a formation, a play design, what it was called. None of that. What are you talking about? Film breakdown. They basically threw a replay on and watched the game to talk shit about it. What are you talking about?
Lewis, you know goddamn well after that film session that Pete had, you was like flushed. You was a flushed individual at that point.
Crypto,
you was flushed.
I went in there for a second, right? I listened to it. Like I told you, I heard what they were doing. I left and I started my own goddamn space.
I'm telling you, it's all right, Lewis.
Hey man, I had to say,
Pete
man.
Said he's proud. Pete said he's proud of you, Lewis.
Hey, y'all are wrong to talk about the man. The product, right? It ain't even here, man.
Hey man, it was like the guy's first film breakdown, bro. Got to give him some leeway, man.
Hey, how come?
It's more to come, Fred. It's more to come.
How come Manny don't go run to Pete and tell him we're all talking shit about his product?
The man. First of all, Fred, how can it be his first film breakdown when it never happened? He never broke down any film. So how can you have the first or something?
He gave you play-by-play. The man was like John Madden without the chalk. You know it. It was like John Madden without the chalk.
And to answer Color's question, Color, that's a very good point. And we know that there are people in this fan base and this community
when he had dementia, maybe
that are a little bit more sensitive, Color, to that, right? But see, with me, if I'm willing to say it with a person that's not in the building, I don't look at it like I'm doing something wrong. Because if Pete was in here, I would tell him his shit was fucking horrible too. I would have no problem telling Pete that his shit was fucking trash.
That's what I'm saying. It's right out there for everybody to see.
Well, Lewis just saying it now.
They could go watch it and they can say, "Well, Lewis was right or Lewis was wrong." You know what I mean?
Lewis is saying it now publicly, but in private conversations, he's falling all over Pete.
No, I was in that chat for 2 minutes and I said, "Oh, this is groundbreaking stuff right here. This shit is trash," and I got up out of
that. Is not. Pete is like no other.
I mean, it's not as if
he has reached the pinnacle.
His friend got into his house on Sunday afternoon, watched how he consumes football in his living room, and told the world about it. You know what I mean? Like, this shit was right there. Everybody can go watch it. That's what I was trying to say yesterday, Lewis, in the space, was it like, I don't know why shit is like, why we so worried about, like, if somebody puts something out and says something publicly, why am I being wrong for talking about what a person said publicly? Like, I didn't expose nothing.
Hey man, it'll get better the more practice he gets, man.
Like, if I went out there yelled out my neighborhood,
Pete said,
the world, my neighbors are probably going to talk about it.
All I know, Pete said he gave the most diverse breakdown in the Dolphins community of any film that was ever put out there.
Hey, Shake Money.
He was more diverse.
At that time, because I did film one time with Pete, but he wasn't doing no breakdown.
He even broke down the Bills plays.
Pull up Cap for Life's comment, Shake Money.
All right, which one? This one here?
Yeah, and I want to agree with Cap. I want to agree with Cap for Life right there, bro. I agree. I will never be able to watch the All-22 again, neither. Because the way Pete broke it down, that shit traumatized me for the rest of my life. I'll never be able to watch a piece of film again.
Hey, by the way, by the way, he did a community poll. He says, "Can I do the? You want me to do the Tennessee? Everybody voted. I think the majority voted said yes, and he still has.
Yeah, Tennessee. They voted Tennessee.
I'm waiting for that Tennessee.
Hey, Fred,
it's gonna be wall-to-wall coverage, Shake.
Hey,
Stay
man, I'm looking
tuned.
forward to it, bro. I'm telling y'all now, man. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, all right.
Hey, Fred. I'm looking forward. Hey, Fred. After the Tennessee, because I know y'all gonna do a great job breaking down the Tennessee film.
Oh yeah.
I believe, and I believe y'all gonna do a great show. Can I put in a request for episode 3?
Yeah.
After y'all do Tennessee, that will be the second one, according to you, Fred. So I want to see this.
Yeah, that's the second one I've seen him do. This will be the second one I've seen him do. Yeah.
Okay, so after y'all do the Tennessee one, can you ask Pete to do the Skylar Thompson game against the New York Jets from last year? I think that was week 16.
No, he said he's doing 17. The Bills game. He's doing the playoff game.
No. Well, again, I'm just asking for a special request. And could I get the Skylar Thompson game against the Jets? I think week 16 or 17 of last year. Can we please do that one?
Yeah, Lou, I'm gonna bring that to his attention.
Yeah, because he said he wanted to do the Bills game.
Why you said that, Lou?
Yeah, I know, Crypto. I know you're trying to defend him, Crypto. What I'm saying is, I want to request.
I ain't defend him. That's what he said he was gonna do.
Okay, well, don't stop putting that out. Can I get the game that I want, Crypto? I would like Skylar Thompson versus the Jets from last year. Can I get that game? All right.
Yeah, he gonna give it to you because that's the one Skylar won. Of course, he gonna give you that one.
Yeah.
Hold on, you gotta be a member of his Patreon in order to get requests. I think.
Hey, Lou,
yeah, exactly. You gotta be part of the Patreon.
That you said that, Lou. That you said that. I offered that he'd bring up the game, the playoff game with Skylar Thompson against the Bills, bro. You know what I mean? I threw that at him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't say nothing back on it. But I threw that at him. You know?
Y'all gonna love that defensive game in that playoff game. Y'all gonna love the defense. I think it was 7 sacks, 3 takeaways, and a touchdown scored. Y'all gonna love the defense in that game for sure.
But I'm gonna try to bring
horrible. They gave up 34 points. It's terrible.
They scored points, but now they were horrible.
Yeah. They didn't keep Buffalo from scoring points. I don't care how many they scored.
Hey, there you go. Hey,
it's not their job to score.
That's another strong point. And that's why why Crypto is the other co-host alongside Fred and Pete. Right there. That's exactly why he's a co-host over there.
Hey, come on over, Crypto. Come on over, Crypto. Hey, Crypto, you know great film breakdown when you see it, bro. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
I just hope Crypto got time for me, man, to do Insomnia.
Yeah.
Well, I know if you do have insomnia.
You know, our defense gave up less points in the Kansas City playoff game than the Bills. And less points.
Insomnia is when you can't go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
I got a simple fix for that. Go to Pete's channel when he's doing a film breakdown. That'll put you to sleep with the quickness. Your insomnia will go away, goddammit, if you go watch Pete and Fred's film breakdown. That'll definitely get you to sleep.
Shit. I put that on the television, Lou. Shit. We do another film breakdown, bro. I put Nation on television, bro. You best believe that.
Yeah, you're right, Tony. Put that comment up there with Tony. Yeah, that's what's on that's the word on the street. That's the word on the street.
Yeah, the only one putting that out.
He's ascending to the top.
And the only one putting that out in the street is Crypto. That's the only one putting it out there.
I ain't put that out on there. That's going on through the grapevine. I was told this is like not eyewitness. This is more like
Well, who told you? Put a name on that, Crypto.
This is going through the grape.
Who told you that, Crypto? Put a name on that.
You told me behind closed doors. You told me behind the scenes in private conversation. And EM told me, recently,
Damn.
he adored the man.
Hey, Crypto. Listen, didn't we learn something like 2 Sundays
he
ago?
Adored the man.
Talk about private conversations.
Yeah, yeah, you're right, Shake. Hey, EM, you in the chat?
Shake, put up Thomas Jensen's comment, Shake. Put that last one up there. There it is, right there. That is all you have to hear right there.
Good grief.
The insomnia killer.
Right.
Oh my goodness, boy, y'all tripping up in here.
Hey, Mr. Polk, you
Look
didn't
who's
check,
in the chat. Is that
you didn't
Jordan
check
from
out the
Canada?
film breakdown, Mr. Polk.
Is that Jordan from Canada?
What happened, Fred?
Shit.
You didn't check
Everybody
out the
coming out
film
tonight.
breakdown, bro.
I couldn't hear you, Fred. What you said now?
I said, did you watch the film breakdown?
Nah.
Yo, Concrete, what's going on, my brother? Good to see you, man.
I was in the panel on one time,
you
but
missed a great
he wasn't doing no breakdown. Me and him were having a
you
disagreement
missed
about
a great
food.
show, Mr. Polk. You missed a great show, man.
Well, the way I heard it described, Mr. Polk, was revolutionary.
Yeah.
Among other things. No. Thing is, the first time I went the time I went up in the panel, that was the last time because it started to sound like alien talk. So I said, let me leave that alone. And I just stay in the chat room and support them from there.
The way I heard it described was terrible.
Yeah, that's what I said. It like well, that's I'm not gonna say anything. I better keep the peace.
Yeah.
Damn. Hey, Jose. Hey, Fred. Could you read that comment by Jose? Hey, Shake, bring the comment up. He said, "What I think about your teeth or nose when you're on the traumatized." He said he used to get traumatized. Whoa.
Oh my God.
Damn. Fred.
Oh man.
Hey, now this is why the tailgate. This right here is why the tailgate is great right here. This is why the tailgate is fucking great.
Well, we all.
I don't know what I think about his nose and teeth, man. I don't recall that, Jose.
Hey Lou. What does the beginning of Jose's name sound like? Sound like ho to me, bro.
Oh, shit. Oh.
He's starting off good, bro. That tells me what he said.
Turn it up, Fred. Turn it up.
Hey Lou, so I say, what did that hoe say? That's how I answer that, Lou. What did that hoe say?
Hey, Fred. See, this is what I'm talking about, Fred. Right here. This is this is playing along and having fun here at the Finks Tailgate.
I see, Lou, man. I'm catching on, Lou, now, man.
Absolutely,
I'm catching
Fred.
on now, Lou.
Absolutely
catching on, man.
Man, Fred, as much as you complain, bro, you ever
another
thought of
level.
starting your own channel, man? Like you can talk all day on it, all you want.
Jose.
That man said, "What does Jose's first letter spell out?"
Hold me.
That's right, Lou. That's right, Lou. What did the hoe say?
That's a hell of a comeback.
Hey, man, that's crazy.
Fred,
that's funny as hell.
Damn, Fred, that was a hell of a comeback, Fred. That was a good one.
That's how we do up here,
that
Jose.
was
Don't forget
hilarious.
it, bro. That's how we do, Jose. Don't even worry about it, bro. That's how we do, Jose. So don't even worry about it, bro. You know.
What's up,
Oh
Cap?
shit, JL Black said tell him to whistle. Shit. What the hell?
Oh shit.
Ah. Oh my God. Damn, JR Black.
Man, that's crazy, man.
Oh man. And man, I tell you what, this has been a vintage Finn's Tailgate episode. You know what I mean?
I think it's fun, Shake. I think it's a fun episode, bro. Been a fun episode since I've been up here.
If you look in the chat room, the people agreeing with us because there's a lot of people laughing in the chat room. Oh my goodness.
So eventually,
Hey Lou, check it out, bro.
I was gonna say, so eventually I'm gonna be like, shows like this where there's some good, good 5 or 10 minute segments that are pretty cool like that, right? I'm gonna be chopping all that shit up from all of what we done, and it's gonna be pumping through, feeding all day on the coming soon Finn's Tailgate Radio, T.F.T.G Radio. Keep a lookout for it on your favorite web radio app.
Oh yeah, like
working on it. It's in the works.
The best of the segments.
And every once in a while, you'll get live color talking for a couple hours. The rest will be loops of clips, from our favorite shows and moments. Just to give you something to listen to if you're in a spot where only where all this don't work for you. Or for those that like to listen to web radio.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Lou.
Yeah,
Lou.
Yeah.
Hey, check this out, right? You see my little thing up there? It says 2 of these, Lou.
Yeah.
All right, okay, Lou. I had 4 more letters after that, man. It did say 2 of these nuts, but I went up on the Miss Fizz show one day, right? She said, I can't do that, I guess. So she cut off my nuts, Lou.
Oh damn! Oh,
she cut off my nuts, Lou. Yeah, man. not messing with Miss Fizz and nothing. Yeah, but she cut off my nuts, Lou.
Oh man.
And you got them all racked up. You got them, a whole bunch of them racked up on like an onion string, dude. You know what I mean? I think I saw Lewis is on there, the EMs. Fred's are on there. It's like, dang, she's got a whole trophy.
God damn. Today was a good day, though.
Yeah, it was. And with that shake, man, I'm gonna give a final thought on that shake, man.
I'm gonna close this down anyway. Yeah. Good evening.
Shout out to the T.F.T.G, man. Had a lot of fun up here while I was up here, man. It was a great show. I'm saying, God bless all you dudes, man. Y'all take it easy.
All right, be easy, my brother.
All right, well, I guess I'll be
all right, man. Hey, listen. Hey, tomorrow at noon. Remember, tomorrow at noon. We got the WrestleMania preview with my man
Dolphin Winters.
And
anybody who comes up here, man. So yeah, it's gonna be a great show, man. Mr. Polk, if you're available at noon, I'll send you the link if you want to come up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do that because I'm gonna try my best to be a part of that.
With that being said, man, fins up, everybody. I hope y'all enjoy, man. Listen, thank you, man. Thank you, appreciate you, man. Thank you, Cat for Life, man. Jr. Black, always much respect. Ryan AP, Miss Fins, thank you for your insightful. Pretty boy, what's going on, man? Appreciate you for coming through. I seen you on CB's show. You had a great discussion with him. Tony, as always, Thomas Jensen, Cap for Life, my man G, Jose Valdez, so many people who came through. And like I said, we do this thing for y'all, man. And as long as y'all keep coming back, man, we're gonna keep rocking with y'all, man. So fins up, and yeah, man. Next week, I'm gonna do the anniversary show. I got the WrestleMania preview, and Insomnia's back just in time for Easter. So with that being said, fins up, everybody. Much love, man. Much love and respect, baby.
Get ready to die.
That's wrong one. Hold on, I couldn't end this without saying I forgot. How can I forget Liz, man? You've been a supporter ever since, or you've been a Finn's Tailgate supporter, but I've been seeing you since I started here, man, and I got nothing but love for Liz, and it's always happy seeing you. So now I'm gonna end it one more time.